Matrix lines high, oh yeah, high, ooh yeah. Talking big, spreading lies, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. No sunsets, no surprise, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. Fans unite, see the skies. Oh. Matrix lords, ego so bold. Telling tales, getting old. No one's on truth, you nor gold. Fans stand up, breaking the mold. Matrix Lord, you can't hide. No one's number on your side. Information now we ride. Fans together shining bright. Matrix Lord, you've been caught. Misinformation's all you brought. No ozone defends the lie. Fans we fight, give it all we got. Matrix Lord, game you play. But the truth, it won't fade. No ozone's life won't be swayed. Oh yeah, fans united, never afraid. Matrix Lord, you can't hide. No one's over on your side. Information now we ride. Fans together shining bright.
Right, everybody. Welcome to the TARDIS Zone. This is the TARDIS Zone Talks. Probably wondering why I put the owl. I decided to start the stream with that. Well, the reason why is because everybody knows. Because the fella in America has been telling you lies. And he's been telling you lies from the very beginning. Now, last January on this channel, Lee, problem being, as you all know him by, told us that Disney Plus were out. Okay? People didn't believe him. Right? People didn't believe me. We had the fella in America do non-stop videos and non-stop posts attacking me. Right? And attacking Lee and attacking anybody that associated with us that was reporting that Disney Plus were out. Right? Disney Plus is officially out, folks. Now, only 4 hours ago, the gobshite put out this because he's so absolutely deluded. Like, where is it? Sometimes people look for things that are not there. Keep looking. Doctor Who and Disney Plus are still together. RTD is still the showrunner. Now, the news is officially this. Doctor Who and Disney Plus have parted ways, right? The divorce has happened. The bad news is that obviously we're not getting a Christmas special in 2025, but apparently we are getting a Christmas special in 2026. Someone says, where is the proof from this? Just go and check out a BBC's official Doctor Who Twitter account. Like, I mean, come on. Don't be asking me to prove something that's out there that they've actually... Go do your own research, yeah? Simple as that. right? So we're gonna have people coming in here saying I'm lying about shit, right? Don't bother, yeah. Go do your research before you open your fucking mouth coming here, because I'm sick of people coming in here all the time saying that I'm lying, Lee is lying, and everybody else is lying. When again, we were absolutely spot on. And I'm not giving out to you, Brooke Hammerbrook. I'm just saying I've been getting a bit of stick, off people these past few months, this past year, because myself and Lee was on this channel, he's the one that broke it, kept telling everybody that Disney Plus was out. And we were called a liar. We were told that we were making up the news, right? Okay? So, Joe, I know you're not going to do it, Joe, Matrix Lord. I know you're not going to do it, but you owe people an apology now, right? You, again, have been wrong, but I know you, and I know somehow after this news is broken, you will come on now and do a video and try justify the fact that you are right all along. See, you can never be wrong, even though you are wrong. Right? So the official post is this. Now, yesterday, and Cinnamon will back me up on this, and I'm glad Cinnamon is in the fucking chat, right? But I put up a post yesterday, and I said, it's strange that the Doctor Who official account hasn't posted since the 9th of October. Maybe they're doing a bit of a rebrand, and why do I get a funny feeling there's an announcement on the way? That was last night. Cinnamon will back me up, right? Cinnamon will back me up. I said that last night, right? So I knew something was coming because it was so something was coming. So the BBC press office has also put out their press release, so it is official, and I'm about to put that in the Tarda Zone chat now that we have on X, so people can actually see the press office. But this is what I'll just go to the Doctor Who official, because obviously, it'll be short and sweet, because I don't want to get into the whole big detail. The fact of the matter is that Lee was right, and that's all that matters, right? BBC confirms future of Doctor Who, a new Christmas special in 2026. Now, the only problem that I do have about this news today is it seems that the prick RTD has managed to hang on somehow. So now that Disney is out, I would advise Doctor Who fans now to get onto the head of drama to make sure that Doctor Who does not continue with RTD after his fucking stupid Christmas special. And I mean that. People need to be getting now onto the head of drama at BBC, writing an email and telling them that we don't want RTD running the future of this show, or what's the point? You may as well just cancel it right now if you're going to have that dickhead anywhere near it, right? And even some people in the chat already, well, if Russell T Davies is writing it, well, it's going to be woke degenerate shit. Who's playing the Doctor is another comment. These are actually on the official BBC account, which I said hadn't posted until the 9th of October, and it was very strange. And as I said, Cinnamon is there backing me up. We literally spoke about this last night. It was fucking funny. It's like as if we knew. It was just our brains just fucking snapped in together, and we just started talking about fucking the possibility. And I was right. We were right. I'll be bringing Cinnamon on now. If anybody else wants to come on, I'm just going to be putting the link in the chat. So if you want to come on, yeah? And Joe, if you're listening, if you want to come on, you can come on to apologise, yeah? You can come on to apologise for your lying yet again, right? At least have the decency now to actually, admit that you are wrong about Disney staying, right? I know you'll still hold on to the hope and say, well, the RTD is still around. And I know you'll hold on to that little bit. But I reckon this Christmas special will probably be the last thing that he does. And I have me suspicions that, because you've even spoke about it yourself, unless you're going to go back on it now, but you had your suspicions that a Christmas special was already written, right? So if that's the case, yeah, Well, then that's what I believe it is. The Christmas special has already been written, but they're not releasing until 2026, right? But that's just me theorizing. That's not me saying it's fact. Know the difference. Anyway, this is what they said. Today, the BBC announced that Doctor Who will be back on their screens at Christmas 2026 with a special episode written by Russell T Davies. With Disney Plus confirming they will not be partnering on the next season of the sci-fi show, the BBC remains fully committed to the show and will announce plans for the next series in due course to ensure the Doctor's adventures continue. Lindsay Salt is the person that you need to be getting on to. She is the director of drama for BBC, and this is what she said. We would like to thank Disney Plus for being a terrific global partners and collaborators over the past 2 seasons and for the upcoming The War Between the Land and the Sea. The BBC remains fully committed to Doctor Who, which continues to be one of our most loved dramas, Lies. And we are delighted that Russell T Davies agreed to write us another spectacular Christmas special for 2026. But the wording of that is very interesting. This is why it makes me think RTD is gone, by the way. So, yeah, there might be the bad news that he's writing the Christmas special. But listen to this, right? Listen again to the words that she uses, right? RTD has agreed to write us another spectacular Christmas special for 2026, right? Before next year's special, fans' beloved series still have much to enjoy with The War Between the Land and the Sea, blah, 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 and heading to BBC iPlayer and BBC One later this year, as well as the brand new animation series from CBeebies, which is in development. Now, you see, that's interesting because we do know that they were looking for people to fund it, and now they're actually saying it's in development. That's fine that it's in development, but how come we never heard that about Toddler Who? The Doctor Who Christmas special will be produced by Bad Wolf with BBC Studios for the BBC. Very interesting though, isn't it? For the BBC. It's like as if they're fucking trying to make it clear. But look, they've got a new poster up, right? It's the TARDIS in the time vortex with the Doctor Who logo. Disney is nowhere on the branding. They're gone. Disney is gone. It's over. You know, we knew it was over. See, here's the thing. Don't blame Disney, folks, right? I know it's very easy for us to come along and say, well, this is Disney's fault and all of this, right? Listen, Disney Plus fronted up 100 million, and that's what RTD gave them, right? I don't blame them for walking away. Because the thing about it is, and I've always maintained this, BBC genuinely wanted to do right by Doctor Who this time round. And that's why they wanted a global partner in Disney as well. They really wanted to give it a go. And RTD has fucked them over. And this is why I can't understand why they're allowing them to do the Christmas special. And this is why I believe the Christmas special is probably already done. And this is why they have to do it. Right? Because there's an episode there, I reckon. Now, as I said, if you want to come on, I'm putting the link in the link description. Give me your thoughts and opinions on the big news today. Of course, the poor American is probably going to be licking his wounds today. You know, but as I said, that fella always finds a way to twist it. So he's still right for some weird reason. But you're wrong, right? And you owe Lee and you owe everybody else, Dan. You owe Dan an apology. You owe Lee an apology. You owe me one, but I don't want one off you because you won't give one. It would be insincere anyway. But you owe them all an apology for the way you've behaved this past year, right? And you've been proven to be wrong yet again. And I don't know how many times a loser needs to lose before they realise that they should give up, right? And I know you'll do tonight. When you see this, you'll go up and do your 30, 40 videos. Oh no, it's attacking me. Yeah, I am. Yes, I am. Because I've always known you were a liar. I've always known that you don't have any sources and you talk out your arse and you attack those like Dan and myself and Lee that have put out legit information over the years. You are done now. This whole thing of you pretending that you have sources now, I hope this is the last nail in the coffin and the fans can actually see that you're a fraud, right? Because that's what you are. Anyway, let's put the link in the link description. Let's see who comes on and let's see how everybody is feeling about the current situation with Doctor Who. But I knew last night that something was coming because me and Cinnamon literally spoke about it. Real Super Doctor was there as well, right? There's other people in that chat as well. We were talking about it, and I literally said it last night. Something's coming. There's an announcement because they've been very quiet, and I even said there'll be a rebrand, right? And it's not the biggest rebrand in the world. All they've done is just put the fucking TARDIS in. But the fact of the matter is, I knew something was coming because I was keeping an eye on the Doctor Who official account and I hadn't actually posted that since the 9th of October. Actually, the last thing they posted was about Peter Capaldi's soundtrack for his 10th season of Doctor Who. And that was the last thing that they posted. So I was keeping an eye on that. Cinnamon will back me up because I kept telling the lads, it hasn't posted. Look, they haven't posted. Anyway, let's get you on because this is going to be interesting. I want to hear everybody now on what they think is going on and their opinions on the Disney gone. And, look, we all knew the writing was on the wall, didn't we? I mean, us that are in the know knew exactly what was coming. You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes either to figure out that people are lying anyway, I've been at this a very long time, right? I had conversations with people, and I've been having conversations with people over the past few months, and a lot of people have come to me and said, no, do you know what? You might get a lot of stick and stuff like this, but your channel is one of the most important channels out there. And if you went away, it would be a shame if you went away. And, obviously that makes me feel good. But look, bottom line is, right, if Lee tells me that something is happening, or Dan tells me that something is happening, I would take their word over any American, right, that says they're in the know. Matrix Lord just admit that he thought that Disney Plus is pulling out is a mistake. I don't care what he says. He could say all he wants about it being a mistake. It's not a mistake, right? It's not a mistake. And I'd actually challenge him on that. It's not a mistake. If you give 100 million to Bad Wolf Studios and that's what you produce, right? That's what you produce. And by the way, you've even admitted yourself that some of this era hasn't been great. Yeah, but still, you're still defending it by literally saying that Disney made a mistake. Disney haven't made a mistake. Disney have dodged the bullet. Disney actually just wasted 100 million. Disney just wasted 100 million. So, yeah, they did make the mistake. They made the mistake going into bed with BBC and Bad Wolf Studios when RTD was there. That's the mistake that they actually made. Right? So, not leaving. That. I'm glad they've left. I'm glad they left. Because I wouldn't blame Disney. 100 million. 100 million, they pissed on that. And you're saying it's a mistake that they left. I mean, you must just love trash. I mean, you mustn't like quality. I mean, just look at the classic era and think it's absolutely like the greatest thing you've ever seen. Because you compare it to modern Who, it's shite. Right? New Who is, classic Who is better. So, I mean, you're defending this shite time and time again. Right? It's not a mistake that Disney left. right? If I was Disney Plus and I gave 100 million, that's what RTD gave me. I'd tell him to get the fuck out of here. And actually, if I were Disney Plus, and if anybody is listening from Disney, right, you could do us a favor, do us that extra favor, and sue the bastard. Sue the bastard for giving you that shit that he calls Doctor Who, yeah? Sue the cunt. Probably get into trouble for that, but I don't care. Sue the wanker, yeah? He deserves to be sued. Try and recoup some of your 100 million, right? That's what he gave you. Slop. So he's wrong. Joe was wrong. Listen, Joe was wrong on all levels, right? Joe will literally kiss RTD's ass, and this show has been run into the ground. He's just like all the other little simps out there, right? All like seals, right? Lapping up everything that RTD gives them, yeah. So don't be listening to people like him. Anyway, as I said, the link is in there. I'll put it in again. Super Doctor, if you want to come on. Queen Charlotte, if you want to come on. Some of the regulars are there. Get you our asses in here and let's have a conversation. Come on. It's been a while since we all got together anyway. Get in here and let's talk about some Doctor fucking Who. And I couldn't help starting the stream off with that song, by the way. Oh, and the album will be coming out. I'm actually going to get all the songs together and put them up like I've been doing with all the other songs. And I'm going to throw them up, right? I'm going to throw them up and remind people, you know, I don't give a shit anymore, right? Fact of the matter is, he's saying he thinks it's a mistake that Disney is pulling out. But yeah, he hasn't actually just said, you know what, I got it wrong. No. He's spin now. He's doing his spin. As I said, the link is in the link description. Don't be afraid and shy. Get your asses in here. I haven't seen some of you in a while. Even if it's just to say fucking hello, get in here and say hello to me. Come on. I'm not taking no for an answer. Actually, do you know what I will do? I'm going to give Lee a quick. Because in fairness, if anybody should be on this stream, it should be that originally broke the news. So let's bring him on. Let's see if he'll come on. We'll see if he can come on. I've just said, come on if you can. I have someone in the studio, so just bear with me for a second. Just bear with me. I just want Lee does have to be the one that has to be on as well. Let's see. Happy to be in the chat now. It's up to you, Shirley. You're more than welcome to come on. You know you're always welcome here. So if you want to even just come on for a few minutes, you don't have to, but if you do, you're more than welcome to come on. You know you always have a place on this channel as well. So, you know, let's bring on. So while we're waiting, see if any more guests come on. Anyway, we do have Cinnamon Toast waiting in the studio a good while, so we'll bring him on now. And if anybody else wants to come on, once the conversation is gone, Real Super Doctor, if you want to come on as well, you're more than welcome. But here is Cinnamon, and let's see. I mean, Cinnamon, it is mad, isn't it? Just to start off, because we were literally talking about this last night. It's like as if we had a magic 8-ball.
Oh, yeah, like a crystal ball. Like, what's that? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you, Grant.
Yeah, you know that thing, what's that Tom Hanks movie where he goes like and talks to some sort of fortune teller or something? I can't remember what it's called.
The movie Big?
Pretty much, yeah. He talks. It's like sort of thing. You sort of you put your money in it, gives you sort of like a fortune. Doctor Who will blah 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 blah, and then like, you know, look what's that? I mean, literally, we've got the receipts as well to prove it. We were literally talking about this last night, and about, you know, we were saying that it was just there were sort of rumors and a few more leaks that were just creeping in a little bit more than usual. And I said, I wonder if they're sort of gonna jump the gun a little bit. I know it's a bit different, but they did this with Grand Theft Auto 6. Like the trailer for that was supposed to come out one day, and it came out a day earlier because people were leaking it. So naturally, they wanted to get ahead of the curve a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if something like that. I could be wrong. Maybe they were always going to schedule it for yesterday. I could be totally wrong, but it's a bit weird how we both were literally talking about it, and a day later, we you know, it's a bit like, what are the chances of that?
That's what I meant. Like, real super doctor was in the chat as well. Like, that's the thing. We were literally talking about it. That's how freaky this whole thing is. Because we were literally talking about this last
There's
night.
365 days in a year, and it just happened to be the day afterwards.
And I think, what did I say? Because of the leaked stuff with the war between the land and the sea. That's what I said. I says, that's stuff I think that are up to something. I said, I think there's a rebrand happening, and I think we're going to get some news soon, because it just seemed it was going. But it's mad that that the three of us, well, all of us that we were just talking about this last night. It's like, it's weird. It happens. It's just.
Yeah.
But John, what is your reaction to Disney Plus going first? Like, we'll get into art. We will actually get into art cinnamon. We will as well. We will get into RTD in a minute. I just want to focus on just Disney at the moment, right? So let's focus on that. So what is your initial thoughts, guys, on the fact that Disney have decided that they don't want to be part of this anymore? Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised by it. Look, it's because of the poor ratings from shitty series 1 to series 2, and from the Christmas special. You've got to look at it from that, and because of the poor ratings, I think Disney's thought, because of the poor writing and that, and what they were expecting from the show, they didn't get. I think that they pulled out from that, and I think the BBC is kind of realised, because of poor ratings and that, and that Disney pulling out, they've decided, because of damage control, they want to continue with the series, and they want to do the Christmas special, get RTD back in, and clear up the mess he's left.
See this. See, I get where you're coming from, and this is why I'm laughing, though, because BBC, you have an opportunity here. Lindsay, you have an opportunity here, right? Okay, and this is why I suspect that he's already written this Christmas special, right? Because I will give Joe one thing in one aspect. When it comes to him guessing, and that's what he does, he guesses. He doesn't get it right all the time. But he did speak about a few months back. He did say that there was a possibility that there was an episode written. Now, he did say Moffat was involved in that. What was it? Something of the Spiders or something he was saying. What was it called again? Something of the Spiders. He said it was a Christmas special. So, look, the thing about it is, it's either written or you're right, John. They've said, look, you created this mess. You've got a Christmas special to fix this mess, and then you can fuck off.
Because I think this is what's happened. That's why there was so much changes in the last episode of series 2 of Shooty, and Shooty leaving and all that, because we really don't know the truth of Shooty leaving. And then in the end.
No, George, you know what? I believe personally that Shooty left because he wanted to do other work. And he's actually doing that other work. If you see, he's even being nominated now and stuff like that. I think he wanted out of his contract. I do believe that rumor is true, that he bought himself out of his own contract. He didn't want that to do. Look, he saw the writing on the wall. I think he saw the writing on the wall. Millie Gibson has come out to say that she was disappointed in the media, the way she was vilified and all of this. And then all the usual suspects fans coming out and saying, oh, well, she was only a child. And no, she wasn't. She was 18 years of age, which means she was an adult, right? So she should grow the fuck up, right? She put herself in the public domain, right? She's an actress. She's going to get criticism. If she can't handle that criticism, then I suggest she gives up the acting profession, right? Gets out of the limelight, right? And shuts the fuck up. Simple as that. I'm sick of all of these fucking actors and actresses connected to the show bitching and moaning every time about the way they're treated, right? you come out and you slag fans all the time, right? So I have no sympathy for Millie Gibson and the fact that she's giving out about bad newspaper headlines. Grow the fuck up. You're 18 at the time. You're an adult. You are working on one of the biggest sci-fi shows in the world, or it was one of the biggest sci-fi shows in the world, right? The fact of the matter is you decided to choose that profession as an actress. So you don't start bitching and moaning now because people write stuff about you in the newspapers, right? Sick of these people. This special, I think, is tied out. It'll be for the loose ends. I do agree. I think John is onto something as well. I think John is right. I think RTD is being brought back because he's the one that he's the one that messed it up. I think he's the one now that has to at least make it that the next people that come in could actually do something with it. Because the way he's left
it's like one last favour, isn't it? I mean, what I don't get is that with the last season, they didn't quite. Surely he would have written the last season knowing that he wasn't sure quite what was going to happen. So why would you, if you know full well that a third season hasn't been greenlit, why would you write such a bizarre cliffhanger without knowing whether you're even going to be able to finish it? Like, but the whole Billy thing, like, I was still doing. I mean, I said it in the chat, but like, isn't it so weird that we don't even know who the Doctor is? Imagine saying that before. Like, it's just, as a concept, it's just bizarre. You know, and I just think if that was me, if I was in that position, I would have rather have tied things up in that last episode, give things a sort of a somewhat conclusion, rather than like, you know, because now he's got this position, he's put himself in this position where he's now seemingly being asked, you know, for one last favour to come back and tie things up, possibly until, you know, the show needs new blood. I think we've all assessed that now. It's beyond clear. It's just, it's just.
I don't. But I will say this: I don't think. I know it's bad. Right, we got some good news that Disney is out, which means that BBC now will have a lower budget and they'll actually have to bring in proper people to write it. I suppose the bad news for everybody is today is the fact that RTD has managed to hang on a little bit here. And I think that's what pours a bit of a sour taste in people's mouth at the moment. But I would just say to you, right, it's just like take a step back for a minute, right? Because I don't think this is all it seems, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
I do believe that RTD is going to go. It's just a matter of when now. I think, though, as I said at the start of this stream, now fans have the opportunity. I told you who the head of drama is now, BBC. Lindsay Salt. It's in the article. Send her an email. Nothing abusive. And I mean that, right? Just say, look, I'm a Doctor Who fan. We welcome the announcement today, right? But we do have a few worries with the show going forward with RTD and Bad Wolf Studios. And we would like the Christmas special to be the last thing that he works on in relation to Doctor Who. Right? That's all, right? Nothing aggressive, nothing over the top. Just explain how you feel and that for you, in order for the show to be able to move forward, that these things need to be done, right? Lindsay Salt, right? Now I'm going to see if she actually has an email address. If she does, I'm whacking it in the chat here, right? Okay.
Well, if not, I'm sure the BBC might have some sort of.
They will for Lindsay Salt.
Not like complaints form, but they'll have something where like people will write in to express.
Exactly.
You know, you see it all the time with like EastEnders. People will write in and say, "Oh, I'm horrified by what I've just seen."
Yeah.
They'll put out statements, stuff like that.
That's
it's just, if I can touch on one thing as well, like.
Yeah, go ahead, mate. Go ahead.
Like, I'll just read when I saw the tweet and I clicked on it straight away because it was a Doctor Who tweet. I thought, well, we don't get many of them. I mean, like you say, you've been tracking it and they were like quiet for like 2 weeks. They announced the season 10 soundtrack and then buggered off. So obviously I was looking at the comments and it's like, I have to say, like, it's a complete 180 because certain fans have gone from No. It's all fine. Disney's fine. It's not ending. The partnership's still great, and it's now pivoted to. And I put this on my Twitter. It's now pivoted to. Oh well, we're now out of Disney jail. Or the evil is gone. It's like, well, hang on, you were defending it 5 minutes ago, and now you're glad it's gone. I don't want to be the person who goes, "Oh, I told you so," because I know I don't. I don't want to be that petty, but it's a little bit like that, and it's a testament as well how we've talked before, and especially you about when we talk about how standards have dropped. How it's weird, isn't it? How people are popping champagne and celebrating, like we're getting an episode that in 14 months' time. Do you remember, like back in 2016 when they took a year off and everyone was fuming? It's like now we're celebrating. Now we're taking now getting an episode in 14 months' time. Oh, with Russell as well, because even the other side of fandom has even got a bit tired of Russell because they're just sick. Even they're sick of the storylines not being,
Yeah, Cinnamon. Guys, I forget. When did actually the end of season 2, the Shooty's last season? When did that actually happen again?
Oh, May, was it May?
Right, so May. So it's right. So we're not getting another episode back for 14 months, right? From this date, it's 14 months now. So we count back. That's 2 years, folks. We said that the show was on hiatus for 2 years, and people laughed at us. See, today they officially announced the hiatus, even though they're you know what I mean? That's the weird thing about this. So Disney is gone, but they've announced that there's no Doctor Who for 14 months. So you've got your hiatus. So there's your hiatus.
Let's be honest, who cares about that?
No, I'm just talking about Doctor Who. The main show is on hiatus since it finished, right? Which was, as you said, back in May, June, July, August, September, October. So that's 5 months. Add the 14 months, that's 19 months. So nearly 2 years.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's Lindsay Salt's details. It's on the BBC official site, so I'm not actually doxing her, just in case anybody tries to accuse me of doxing her. It's on there now. I don't know if there's an email in there, but it gives you some information. Yeah, that's what we're saying. We think that he's just being brought back, the Irish Doctor, to fix the mess that he made. But look, you're talking in the chat there. Why don't you come on and tell us how you feel about it? I'll put the link in the chat if you want. You can come on and give your opinion. It'd be nice to hear from a fellow Irish man or woman, a fellow Irish Doctor Who fan. We don't get many of them on here, do we, lads?
No, you're always a bit outnumbered by either the
English. I'm flanked by Scots, Welsh, English, Canadians, Americans. But I love it. But look, the bottom line is, I think John is onto something when he said that he believes that they're bringing him back to fix his mess. I mean, to leave it with Billy Pye. And Cinnamon is right as well. I mean, if you kind of had suspicions that there was a possibility that another season of Doctor Who wasn't coming anytime soon, why would you leave the show on a cliffhanger like that?
Northern Ireland. I was really upset. I was obviously upset because of what we were given. And obviously I was frustrated with the fact that Billy was regenerated into Billy, whether she's the Doctor or not. I mean, the whole thing, I just hated it. Yeah, but one of my initial thoughts was, I just thought, well, hang on, if you're supposed to be sort of trying to wrap this up, you don't even know if there's going to be a third season yet. Why have you ended on such a big cliffhanger? And of course, well, it's just jumping the shark. It's just desperate. It's for clicks, really, as we all know. But it's
I forgot to mention though, we've got 2 lads on the stream. So if I happen, I forgot to warn you at the start. If I happen to disappear, right, it's because, as I said in the little video that I done only a couple of days back, I'm having internet issues. So far, actually, we've been actually all right. But if I do disappear, the 2 lads will be still on until I try to get back on, yeah? So don't worry about that if you see my avatar just disappear. I forgot. Sorry, lads. A few of the lads up north are giving out to me because I never mentioned Northern Ireland. Okay, yeah, fair enough. We got a few people from Northern Ireland as well. Fucking hell. I'm rubbing up everybody the wrong way lately.
Yeah, I mean the whole Northern Ireland issue. We're treading into some deep murky water with that one.
Also, can I just, before we continue this stream on Doctor Who, I want to give a special shout out to Daniel. And I've got to say this. So I put up a post. It doesn't matter what the post was, but you know Andrew Jones, don't you? Right? So Andrew Jones starting again with his bullshit. It doesn't matter, right? Besides the point. But Andrew then turned his attention on Daniel and accused Daniel of being brainwashed and Noel has you brainwashed and this, that, and the other. And I made it very clear to that wanker that I've known Daniel a very long time. And I just want to say this publicly in front of everybody. Daniel can't be brainwashed because Daniel has his own mind. And fucking trust me, I know that better than most fucking people out there. This lad is incorruptible, right? So to suggest that I have brainwashed them, right, is an absolute fabrication. Daniel has his own mind, right? Daniel and Charlotte will back me up on this as well, right? Daniel comes to me for advice. He goes to Charlotte for advice. Now, whether he takes it or not, that's up to Daniel, because as I said, Daniel has his own mind. But not once have I ever encouraged Daniel to be transphobic or any of this other nonsense or ableist or any of this shite that you've been banging on about, right? And I just want to say on this, are you going with your mama? Oh, he wants to stay here, I think. Oh, where is his ball? Hang on, guys. I know I'm in the middle of it. It's Ted. It's there, Ted. Ted hasn't been. No, he's grand. He's not. It's not that he's not well. He's just been all over the place with the bangers. Anyway, the point is this, though, right? Is that I said to Andrew last night, and this is not me having a go, right? I said to Andrew that he needs to look at Daniel for inspiration, right? Because I've watched this lad. I think we all have. Actually, we all have. We've seen Daniel grow. We've seen Daniel mature. And we've seen Daniel become the young man that he is, someone that we can all be proud of. And I just want to say this publicly. I already said it on Expo. I want to say it here. I'm proud of him. I can never be. I've never been so proud as a person than I am of Daniel. Right, the maturity and the amount of growing up that he's done over the last few years has been extraordinary, and he's one of the kindest and genuine people in our fandom. And I know he doesn't do Doctor Who anymore. He does his wrestling now and he does other stuff, right? But the bottom line is, right, you couldn't ask for a better friend, right? You couldn't ask for someone that has your back. And last night he had my back and he didn't have to have my back. But he did. And that meant the world to me. So I just want to say, again, publicly in front of everybody here, I am so proud of you, of what you've achieved these past couple of years. We know that things can get to you sometimes, but you have shown great maturity, as I said, over these last few years, and you haven't let it get to you, and you've continued to be wonderful, and you've continued to grow your channel. And I think I speak for everybody when I say that we are proud of you. And I remember when you were first on this channel, when I used to stream on my phone, and, you know, you were a shy kid, you had a lot on your mind, you had a lot to say, but you were a shy kid, and to see you grow into the young man, the exceptional young man that you are today, and to deal with the problems that you actually deal with as well, and to still be positive is a credit to you. So as I said to Andrew Jones last night, try to be more like fucking Daniel, yeah? And stop being a prick. And I think it's time for you to grow up too, yeah? There's a lot of yous out there still acting like a bunch of fucking man babies, right? 8 years down the line. Grow the fuck up now, right? Anyway, kid, I know I still call you kid. You're not no kid anymore, but you'll always be a kid to me. But I love you, man. And keep up doing what you're doing. and you know that I'm always there for you anyway. And I know Charlotte is there for you, and you have a network of people that care for you, and that'll never go away, Daniel. That'll never go away. But I just wanted to, because it's been playing on my mind, and I don't like, when people go after Daniel or people have a go at Daniel, because the bottom line is that, in fairness, he's better than fucking most of us anyway, right? And most of us wouldn't be able to deal with the shit that he deals with. So, he deserves praise, I love the chap. And, I know people over the years have tried to split us up as such, or tried to ruin our friendship. But let me tell you, right, our friendship is like oak. It's fucking solid, and you'll never fucking come between us. Nobody will. That's a fucking guarantee. Yeah, we're talking about Scottish Davros, the Irish doctor. Listen, he's been with me from day one. He was one of the first guests. He was the first guest that I had on this channel when I had 59 subs, right? He's been with me from day one, just like Matthew Pounder, just like Garbage, and a few of the other originals that have been with me from day one, right? I'm so proud of him. I really am. Really am, man. Anyway, I'll stop fucking kissing your ass now, you little prick. Go and fucking do your videos anyway, and kick ass like you've been down. Anyway, another point. All right, yeah, real super doctor. You could bring that up about your Caroline Ford point.
Yeah.
Well,
It was the fact that Caroline Ford had been filmed a sequence in series 15, but had been withdrawn, and
yeah,
there's not been a kind of clear explanation to as why.
and this is the thing as
They'd
well.
have to make one up, isn't it? Because there isn't one.
Yeah, But as we said last night in the chat as well, imagine doing that to a legend.
Yeah.
Imagine
in that
like
episode as well, in the Juno Dawson episode.
Like an absolute legend, right? Don't get me wrong, her cameo, you know me, I melted for that, right? I knew what they were doing with the member berries, but I melted for that, right? I did. I was like, I couldn't believe it. But we heard from the very beginning that she had more. She had she literally had dialogue. She literally had a script, and she was cut out.
I mean, we even saw a bit of it, didn't we? Remember that picture of like they were like dancing? It was like the Doctor and Belinda dancing in like a club, or it looked like a club, and it was like Unit Tower, and then like they were going to pan out the window and like a shot, and then she was going to be. They had a whole different thing, and that's like again, like you kind of. I haven't forgotten because I'm talking about it now, but like just talking about it now because I want people to realise I haven't actually really been thinking about Doctor Who like at all for months. I haven't even been in these streams, if any of you have noticed, because I've just.
No, I haven't been on either. What are you talking about? I haven't been on either. None of us have. Don't think anybody.
Quiet, and I've been focusing like now at the minute. I'm kind of like binge watching Star Wars again. Well, some of it. I mean, I watched The Acolyte and because I just had to. But anyway, that's a different story. But it's just like talking about it all again is really bringing it all back. Like how bad that finale was, and it's like I still feel the frustration then that I do now. Like it's a shame how much of a mess and how much of a botched patchwork Frankenstein job they did with the ending.
Yeah, when your standards drop and they continue to drop, and instead of addressing it, they go and they went on the offensive against fans. Well, it's fans' fault that they're not accepting it. They're transphobic. They're this, that, and the other. Look at RTD. As I've said from the very beginning, right? Okay, I do believe that you should cast based off talent. But if you're going to bring in trans people because you want to, say, highlight their ploy as you think there is a ploy, right? You don't bring a trans character in, give them a few lines of dialogue, right, and say that you're going to build this character up. And you all know who I'm talking about. Rose Noble, right? So you build that character up and you say that it's beautiful and blah, 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 this, that, the other. And then when we all watch it, we're like, what? Is that it?
You know what? She was good for 5 minutes. I'll put it that way. I think I touched on it before. That little scene did. When she was in the shed and though she was talking to the Meep, it was sweet because you could sort of you could sort of relate to her because she was talking about, oh, she felt like an alien, and I got that, and it was actually done well in my opinion. But then everything after, she just crumbled apart, and then she was reduced to sort of a background extra that was sent by unit to investigate a cat robbery or whatever the hell that was. And it's to the point where even Russell got criticism from the other side because it's, well, you can't just throw her in there and be like, well, hey, look, inclusion, because it's. Well, she started off with a little bit of potential. She was a little bit likable in that little scene I talked about because I can actually understand her, which is the whole point. That's what we're always saying, isn't it? We want to relate to these characters, and I understood what her viewpoint was, and then they just destroyed it. It's just it's character suicide. It was whatever. I can't remember. Was it that burglary in Dartford or something? I can't remember. It was a crappy little line.
Robert, the link is in the chat if you want to come on, because I know we did say we'd do a stream and it never happened. So if you want to come on as well. But yeah, I agree with you. It's like he made such a big deal out of this and then he just literally screwed it up, right? Yeah. And he's supposed to be an ally for trans activism. And in my opinion, he did a piss poor job.
Have we talked about the sort of all these speeches he's been giving out as well about this talk about censorship? He's been banging the drum about that now, saying that like writers, oh bless them, these poor writers that are having to sort of feel the pressure of censorship. Well, it's your side. I mean, again, how self-aware is he? It's his side that have been the one that been censoring, not us. He's been again with this little and Russell Tovey as well, the both of them, little speeches talking about. Oh, bless him, censorship. And now it's a dark place when you're lecturing them, telling us, we can write what we want to write. Well,
now, leading up to this, Cinnamon, because thank you for bringing it up. Cinnamon brings up a great point. So, leading up to today's announcement, we had Jane Tranter come out and attack Robert Sherman for his opinion, right? So, even then, when she said that, I was in the writing was on the wall. Like, why was she attacking probably, the writer who probably wrote one of the best episodes of the RTD one era, Dalek? Like, I mean, that episode, we've all said it.
I think I heard what he said. I don't think I heard her response. I think wasn't he talking about something like it's sort of come full circle a little bit, having Billy come back. Like,
I'll tell you.
Something like that.
Yeah. Right, this is what Jane Tranter, because it'll come up. Robert is there, so let's bring him into the studio. Let's bring him on the panel there. So I'm surrounded by a Scot, an Englishman, and a Welshman, and there's an Irishman. They all walk into a bar.
Yeah, we keep walking into a bar.
And you've got the Northern Irish in the chat, so you've got the full UK.
Right, so this is what she actually said. So Doctor Who producer Jane Tranter hits back at rude writer who said science fiction series is as dead as we've ever known it. Jane Tranter, the executive producer of Doctor Who, has bristled at the suggestion that the iconic sci-fi series is dead as we've ever known it. The claim was made by Robert Sherman, who wrote Christopher Eccleston's episode Dalek in 2005 and penned several Doctor Who novels. Commenting in Doctor Who magazine, he argued that season 15's ambiguous ending, with Ncuti Gatwa regenerating into Billy Piper's Rose Tyler, had put a full stop on things in a way previous season finales have avoided. And then, of course, she reacted to that in a negative way and decided that the best thing to do would be to go and have a go at one of the best writers that was on the show and has wrote Doctor Who novels. So that just goes to show you that Jane is tone deaf, right? Because if you're not listening to a writer that was on the show criticizing the end, and I don't even think it was much of a criticism, he just said he thought that the ending kind of put a bit of a full stop on things, and that's the way it looked for a lot of fans. So the fact that he actually came out and said it, and that was the reaction from Jane, one of the producers of Doctor Who, tells you all you need to know about this production team right now. They are clueless, they are tone deaf, and they don't care about your opinion or if they're hurting the show. And that's what makes this even more annoying to me, is that she's shown her contempt, that, you know, they're above criticism, and nobody is above criticism, right? Nobody, including myself, right? When I come out with
It
stuff,
wasn't even like he just wrote the one episode and never did anything with Doctor Who again. Like he's in the early years, he was quite prominent with Big Finish. He's done a lot of the books, I think, as well.
yeah, he's
He's
done the
been quite
novels.
prominent with Doctor Who over the years. So it wasn't like he's just some random bloke who only ever did one episode. Like he was basically like former staff member. So it's like if this is how they react to former colleagues, so to speak, then
It's message control, isn't it? Just trying to
if they speak like that to sort of former colleagues, then you know what they think about fans.
just trying to
Yeah.
control the message, the narrative about Doctor Who, how fab it is. Like, you know, it's just it's transparent of what she's like.
I love the spin though. Cinnamon is right. I'm just looking at the reaction on X, right? And the spin that's being shown
I'm
out there.
telling you,
Right?
they're all
The usual suspects are
the popping
they're half.
champagne.
I know you're right. They're absolutely half-wits. They are. Like,
I mean, aren't you ecstatic to get an episode in 14 months' time? One episode, and like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
you might
really,
hear some news about a third season.
We have to wait. Yeah,
Maybe.
we have to wait 14 months for an RTD episode that nobody wants.
Celebrate
Well
like they won the
done.
Champions League.
Well done, BBC.
Why why we got RTD still writing episodes for Doctor Who after everything has happened? Why?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I don't get with this whole situation.
Actually, I mean, it sounds like I'm probably being a bit of a miserable, but like, I don't want the show to die. I do. The fact that there is hope, I do like, but the way people are going massively overboard, and again, like I say, acting like they won the World Cup, and like, oh, we are so back. Like, no, we're not back.
If they
Like-
were promising a new series with a new showrunner who we could trust, starting with a Christmas episode in 2026 and saying, right, we're going to reestablish what the Doctor is and have a think about our direction. And obviously, we've gone the wrong way, and sorry for offending or marginalizing the fan base. You know, stick with us, we'll get it sorted out. Then we'd have a positive view of things. But when it's the same old odd bod doing his thing and promising a Christmas episode, which nobody's asked for, it's just there's no enthusiasm for it in proper fans. You know, we say proper fans. You know, people who care about the original direction and imagined characterization of the Doctor in the first place.
If they came out today and said, we're delighted to confirm, just for example, that Michael J. Straczynski or whatever as the new head showrunner, and they had a new fancy logo, a bit like they did after Jodie, the day after Jodie, they had a new logo. If they did that and said, right, this is the new showrunner, this is the new branding, the new logo, and we've got news that we can't share with you, but we know there's plans or work on a future series coming up. We look forward to sharing more with you soon. That I could get, because that's it's a clear, direct vision. It's something new. It's like, right, we've got this in the pipe works. Something is happening. Bear with us. The kind of the one they've got now. It's like, well, yeah, Russell's back again, and
It's
yeah,
like,
we've got a Christmas episode next year. But you have to wait like 14 months for it, and then there might be a season going forward. But we don't know if Russell will be there or not. It might be something. It's like there's nothing to latch onto. It's like there's nothing to get excited for.
Let's be honest. The Christmas special has to be his last, right?
Yeah.
It has to be. No, check your message. I sent you a voice message about the news. No problem. I'll do that now, Charlotte. But look, it's all of this will be for nothing if the 2026 Christmas special is not his last thing that he's done. What's the point of having him continue with the show with BBC if he's going to continue to push his agenda, which he will? He's not going to stop. He's made it clear that he's sick of the executives and the higher ups stopping him, because he talked about censorship, saying that they were being censored. Writers and creators were being censored. I actually disagree with that. You guys have been going around trying to censor fans that have been, telling you where he is being gone wrong.
It's the opposite, actually. He's probably had too much leeway.
The only thing I can hope, the only positive thing I can hope is that somebody in the BBC said, look, we're not letting you walk away with just doing that Rose thing at the end, that Billy Piper thing at the end. You got to solve it and show what's going on there. Don't just leave it for some other writer to fix your problems. You come back and sort your mess out before you go. One more episode, put it right. Let's see who the Doctor is regenerated into, and then we can take it from there. Because
right, here's the thing, though. I'll ask you a question. Can RTD, right? This be the next question. Well, I'll go and listen to what Charlotte has to say. I'll let you think about this question. Can RTD fix the mess that he created in A Christmas Special 2023? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think he can, because he's left a trail from his past series as well. And I was thinking about the Meta Crisis Doctor, and there was a scene where the Meta Crisis Doctor was with Rose, and this was cut, and with Donna, and they said, here's a part of the TARDIS, you can grow another TARDIS. And that got me thinking, because that got me thinking very early on that he's left a kind of some for him to go back to in case he wants to do something, like bring David Tennant back and have a proper explanation to that, because the 14th Doctor just didn't gel for me.
No, it depends. Sorry.
Yeah.
It depends, I think, whether quickly. Yeah. It depends if he's got an idea about it, or whether he just stuck her in at the end because he hasn't got an idea for what. There's a plan behind his what last scene of the Doctor Who we saw this year. I mean,
just hang on, lads. Charlotte, do you want me to play your message so everybody can hear it? Because you said hello, everybody, or do you want me to just listen to it myself? Just let me know in the chat, because if you want me to actually share what you've said, the audio, if you want me to share it, just let me know and I'll share it so everybody can hear your thoughts on it. If not, I'll just listen to it myself and then I'll relay what you've actually said. But let me know there. Sorry, guys. Go ahead there.
I've got an idea of how to solve it, but I'm not the showrunner, so what I say and think doesn't matter. What RTD is going to be allowed to do is what matters. But like I say, hopefully, there's two things. Has he got an idea of what he plans to do with that last scene, or has somebody said, "Look, come back and sort out your mess before you go"? Because otherwise, can we trust him with a new episode? I don't know. It seems to be unlikely, but
I don't really.
Irish Doctor is at the saying that Jane has already said Billy is back as Rose Tyler, and as soon as it was announced Billy was back, she posted a picture of herself holding a rose on Instagram. But let's be real, it's going to be shy. So there you go. If Billy Piper is actually... did that happen today, Irish Doctor, or did that happen a few months back, or a few weeks back? Let me know.
How can the Doctor regenerate into a completely separate different thing?
Yeah, no, that photo with her with a rose in her hand was a very old photograph.
It is.
Yeah, that dates back to when she appeared at the end of the show.
Oh, right.
About the same thing.
I've just seen a tweet here from Star Hoovin, and I'll read it out now. It just says, "We are delighted that Russell T Davies has agreed to write us another spectacular Christmas special for 2026. That's the quote bit. And then Star Hoovin adds, "And on top of the fact that there are no quotes from Russell directly about this news either, I think it's safe to say he's pretty much gone," which is a good point. Like in that quote that you read earlier, it's not Russell saying anything. It's not him saying, it's not him putting his usual hyperbole. "Oh, well, hello, hello everybody. I'll put Christmas special next year. Hope you're all excited." It's not. He's put some woman out that we've never even heard of before.
Right, Who Crave, another. It's a parody account. Who Crave on X has said this. Billy Piper responds to Doctor Who returning to screens. "Oh my God, I'm actually going to have to do it, aren't I?" So that's her response to the news today.
I mean, you don't. You could stay away. You could run for the hills.
I mean, you could, yeah, exactly. If you had anything about you. You know, see, this is what annoys me about Billy Piper. I get why she's kind of doing it because she has kids and she wants her kids to see her in Doc. That's fine. But to sell out on everything that you believe, because I know for a fact that you know that the doctor is a male, right? Okay, and for you to kind of go back on that would be would be disappointing. Russell T Davis has agreed to write. Is the most interesting line here. That's from TV Zone Extra, and that's what I said. That line in itself, that he has agreed, as if to say he's already gone, so he's agreed to come back.
It's
to
like
do
it's
this
worded as
episode.
if he's doing them a favour.
Yeah.
Thing. Like
Yeah.
writing us.
So-
Well, is he no longer part of us anymore?
So that's why I'm saying super doctor, real super doctor, when he says he reckons he's been brought back to fix his mess. I would say real super doctor there is actually onto something, and that's exactly what's happening here.
Well, you need to look at it this way: because of the Disney deal pulling out and that, and all that money been squandered, and all that giant TARDIS set and all the money that went on that, and the BBC's thought twice about this, and they want to keep the show going on, and because of the disaster of the past 2 seasons and the ratings, they've had probably a serious think about it, and this is why we have been having this kind of delay, because after Disney had pulled out, and they brought Russell back so he could clear off his loose ends and all that, so that they can have a show again. They can have that. They can remarket the show, get a new producer and new writers and that, and kind of clear up the mess that was left.
Well, it makes
Charlotte
sense.
is adding to my point that, well, I think she is anyway. She puts, we need more info. We literally just know it's a Christmas special, no confirmation who is in it. That's kind of the point I was saying earlier. Like, it's just, oh, hi, we've got a Christmas special 40 months away. Like, I kind of wish, I wouldn't do this, but like, do you know that James Gunn video when he came out and said, like, this is the new DCU, and whether you like it or you don't, like, he came out and did a whole big bold vision and said, right, we're going to do this, this, and this, and we've got a vision in mind, and we've got a project, and this is what we're going to try and aim for. I wish they could do something like that, where they could just sort of take a break, take a step. Whether if they needed to take a year or two, whatever they need to do, I wish they'd just take some time and then come back and say, right, like I said earlier, just for example, we've got Michael J. Straczynski. We're going to have a Christmas special next year. This person's going to be in it. That person's going to be in it. We're going to have a new actor. They don't have to confirm who it's going to be, but we'll say we're going to have a new male actor. So that would put rest about whether you're having a female doctor. You could say a new male lead, female companion. We've got work planning on. We've got big plans about the brand new season. It just clear. It gives you something to sort of look forward to, rather than sort of just, it's something new, something a bit fresh. You could dress it up and, with the whole new branding and stuff. You could announce, release new branding. You could really, not sugarcoat it, that's probably not the right expression, but you could really talk it up and really get people like, oh, this could be something like interesting or something worthy to take note of, rather than just,
What are they saying?
special next year and it's the same old bloke writing it again.
Yeah, it's very vague. You're right. When you look at the statement, it is very, very vague. I mean, they've literally dropped the bombshell that Disney is out, and then they've kind of just went very vague after that.
But being said, there's no quote from Russell there in that statement, is there? He's not said anything.
Actually, someone check his Instagram. See if he's wrote out up on Instagram. Has anybody got Instagram? And check RTD's Instagram.
But even still, like this personal Instagram, it should be on the official channel as well. Like it should be, if it's an official statement, so to speak, from the BBC, from the show, he should be there. They've trotted out some woman who none of us know. She's sort of been
she is his boss. I mean, I don't think RTD has a boss, but I think he likes to be his own boss. But she's the head of BBC drama, so she would be the one that would be actually speaking. But I do agree with you. You think RTD would put something up? I'm going to check now. I'm checking now as we speak. So let's see.
Well, the The quote we had from what's her face, to Billy Piper, it sounded as if she was quite surprised by it as well. She wasn't really sort of, oh okay, yeah, I'll do it, yeah, whatever. It wasn't. Yes, I know. I'm glad I can announce this now. I've been sitting on this secret all these old months. It was more like, oh, yeah, fine, whatever, I'll do it, yeah.
Yeah, she just wants to know as much as the rest of us. It's like,
Yeah, there wasn't.
it's like they didn't do it with a plan. It's almost like,
No.
well, let's just do this crazy idea
Yeah,
to sort of get people talking, and then we'll make something up afterwards. So
yeah.
it stinks of that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see that Billy Piper's head is like superimposed on Shooty's body
That was
during the regeneration. I mean, it's so poor.
Oh, it's
The
totally-
whole idea, again, I don't mean to bang the drum, but the whole concept of it, I wish they just faded to black
Yeah.
and avoided the whole problem. Having it regenerate, whatever they're going to do with it. Again, we don't even know who the doctor is. It's
Well,
just
my plan, my solution is to make everything fade away and start again with the Tenant TARDIS in Noble's house and say that the Shooty doctor was just a figment of the toy maker's
Yeah.
magic. You know?
Oh, do you know what's mad? The last post that RTD put up on his Instagram was literally 5 hours ago. And it was, I love it here. It's a poster, a transcendent new stand-up experience with Simon Amsteel. And it's called I Love It Here. And that is the last thing that he posted up, and that was 5 hours ago.
Yeah, just
He hasn't.
emailed.
So he hasn't. So he hasn't posted that, and in relation to Doctor Who. And quite interestingly enough, when you look at his bio, I'm pretty sure it said RTD, writer of Doctor Who, and that's gone. It's writer Manchester, Cardiff, and Swansea. And he's gone back to his cartoon picture as well. There's no reference. You wouldn't even think he was the showrunner of Doctor Who.
No,
If you were to look at his account right now.
the person
Well,
who
you
said
could
they're
have a
bringing him
point.
back, they're bringing him
You
back
could
as
have
a
a point,
hired
though.
hand. Sorry, mate.
You could have a point, Noel, that this special was already filmed.
I think it might have been, and they can't afford to just let it go, so they're going to release it in 2026. You think they just get it done, and I don't see it's stupid. If you have a Christmas special there, just release it 2025. Get it done, right? But
that's actually what I thought it was when I saw that tweet, and I actually thought it was this year's. And like, first thought, and then I thought, oh no, it's 2026.
And
That
this is what
makes
makes me believe, though, that the rumor that the war between the land and the sea, someone said that was coming out Christmas, that was Christmas Day. So if that happens, right, and even before they made this announcement, I actually did say, if that actually does happen, then they're telling us that Disney is out without actually telling us.
At the very least,
Disney is
around
out.
winter, because they
And
could
then
do
the
that.
leaks happened, and as you said, the leaks happened about that, the war between the land and the sea, and then the next day we get the announcement. Yeah, they knew that someone had the information and was spot on, and this is why we're getting what we're getting today. But can I just say one thing before I let you all continue? Remember, this is our chance now, okay, to be vocal and to be active, right? I'd be sending an email to the BBC head of drama, and I'm going to do that. And then when I do post my email, I'm going to put it up on the channel for you so you could see that I've sent an email. And I would encourage you all to send the director or the boss of BBC Drama, Lindsay Salt. I would encourage you all now over these next couple of weeks, the end of the year, all next year, continue to send emails to these people, because if RTD does stay beyond the Christmas special 2026, forget about it. Right? It's over. You might as well, because look, the show needs new blood, right? It needs, from top to bottom, it needs to be cleared out now. And if BBC are serious, which I do believe they are, and this is why I think they want to continue with it, you have to listen to fans now. And when I mean listen to fans, I don't mean listen to the fucking virtual signaling fans or the fans that RTD pander to. I'm talking about real fucking fans that have been with this show from day one, that have been telling you for the past few years what's wrong with this show. You need to start listening to those people now, right? We're not saying that you should make a show exclusively for us, but you should be making a show that has us in mind anyway. It's a science fiction show. It's not a soapy teen fucking teeny bop drama with fucking your LGBTQ plus crap and all of the other shite that you want to inject into it. It's a science fiction show and it needs to go back to its roots. And if it doesn't go back to its roots and you have RTD in charge, then you're wasting everybody's time. And BBC, you're wasting money as well, right? I mean, you think you'd learn your lesson. Disney just wasted 100 million. Like, you think you guys now will look at that and say, do you know what? Can't blame Disney for going. RTD fucked it up, so we're gonna do right by it. You have to. You only look at, as far as I can say, you don't have any more chances. You know, you get it right this time.
That is banging on about being all about change. We haven't seen a lot of change.
No.
Could it be?
No.
It makes sense that if this Christmas special 26 is one they wrote for release on 25, and they're trying to stretch out the gap between actual productions, so they can say, "Oh yeah, it's on." We've shown, because they can, instead of using up all their spare episodes, which is a Christmas episode in 25, they can put the Fishy People program with a long title in January, perhaps. And then have the 2025 Christmas episode in 2026, end of Christmas. And then a couple of months after then, they give them time, they're buying time there because they don't really know what's going to happen. And I'm not surprised. It makes sense if the Christmas episode next year is this year's Christmas episode, if you know what I mean.
The Critical Drinkers at the Putting Up something 13 minutes guy says, this is the same company that spent $250,000 on the fucking acolyte. That's how bad Doctor Who is. Listen, in fairness, I will say this, right? You're kind of blaming Disney, right? This isn't Disney's fault, okay? RTD is the one that wasted the $100 million that Disney gave them. Disney asked for Doctor Who and they got Doctor Queer. That's what they got.
Well. No, while all the fans and the replies are sort of popping champagne and celebrating, they're all, again, it went from, oh no, the Disney's deal isn't going to end, to now, oh, we're glad they're gone, and they're all kind of like relieved about Disney, kind of anti-Disney now, where it's like, again, if they've paid and got into an agreement for,
how can you blame Disney?
They don't feel that they've received quite what they're looking for.
Or value for money.
We're going to go in a different direction. Why is that Disney's fault? It might be Doctor Who's fault. It might be Bad Wolf's fault.
We already know it is. We already know it is. If you remember the first Christmas special that Shooty did, it transpired that Disney had gotten RTD to actually insert the Doctor in the episode a lot sooner than he had originally suggested. So Disney did actually.
Disney at the time.
So, in fairness, I think Disney, people are going to, the other side are going to blame Disney. It's going to be Disney's fault and not RTD's fault, right? It's not Disney's fault. And I am one of those people that will criticise Disney when they deserve to be criticised. But they gave the man 100 million.
Yeah.
100 million. I mean, if that's not even showing you that they're confident that they want this show, that they want Doctor Who, right? And then they get what they get. You can't tell me that you blame Disney now because they've decided that, well, they're not going to waste any more money on this. They're going to cut their losses. If any fan out there is blaming Disney, right, especially the other side, you're morons, right? Don't be blaming Disney, right? This is on RTD, and this is why nothing will change. Because these little arse lickers will keep kissing his fucking arse, right? He's responsible. If I give 100 million to BBC and I say, right, here's 100 million, go on and make Doctor Who for me, right? And you come back and you give me that, I'm not giving you any more money. I'm gone. Because why would I pay for that trash when I asked for Doctor Who and I got that? Right? Nobody asked for this.
One question I've got thinking about it now is that how is the production going to be getting any more backing from another backer if Disney are going to be talking to other people and say, look, yeah, don't go near them. They're a bit waste all the money you've given them. So
I think what this BBC will have to do, look, is there a chance of them still going out there finding possibly an international distributor? Yeah, there is. But the thing about it is now, they're not going to be in a position of power like they were when Disney came to them. They're going to be in a weaker position now, which means that any potential deal that comes along, the people that come along, whether it's HBO Max or Amazon that's being rumored, or even Paramount Plus or whatever it is, or Prime, whatever it is, right? These companies will have the upper hand, right? So does BBC really want to do that where they're going and negotiating and they're handicapped because RTD has made it such that they don't have a strong arm in this negotiation. So any deal that they did, right, they're not going to have it all their own way. And especially if these companies are throwing millions at it, like Disney did. Now, nobody's going to throw 100 million at it again. That's guaranteed, right? But say HBO Max was say, right, we'll pay for Doctor Who. They're not giving them 100 million, right? And they will absolutely demand, right, that certain criteria is met. So all RTD has done, he's actually put BBC in a weaker position, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
I saw in the comments as well, a lot of Americans were sort of saying, well, actually, what's going to happen to like the international audience now? Because obviously
BBC America, it'll go back on to BBC America.
And changes like, will it still be on at midnight? Because that's what they were doing as well. They kind of screwed over the British audience a little bit, sort of catered towards a more suitable time zone for them. So we were
right. Charlotte said I could share the audio, so I'm gonna share Charlotte's audio because Charlotte can't come onto the stream today, but she has left a message because she does want to get her point across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share it. Now you're only going to see you're not going to see the private chat, but you are going to see the thing, but you're not going to see the whole private chat that we've had because that's private between me and Charlotte, of course. But you will see the audio thing up on the screen there. It might take a second. Hold on. I'll have to share it. It doesn't automatically come on. So here we go. Right. So I'll press play and hopefully this works. Right. You just can hear it. So let's go back to the very beginning. Hold on.
Hi, morning, everybody. So I couldn't actually be on the stream, but here's my thoughts on the news, which I'm going to be honest, I was very surprised that we got this because they've been so sort of quiet and silent, and when they have been pressed for what's going on with the future, who's Billy is Russell's showrunner, they've sort of gone back to the party line of we will tell you when we can. This idea of the land and the sea hasn't come out yet. There's still so many episodes left with Disney involved, and that Doctor Who's not disappearing, but without any detail. So this is at least them giving us a little bit of a plan in the future, which I'm always for. The more clarity we can have, the more actual sort of news and not just sort of speculation, I think is always better for this show. Because the more quiet it is, the more things sort of get bent out of shape, or rumours become more sort of strong because we haven't got any official information. So I'm happy for that. And that there's the details that get in the special that they've confirmed Disney's out. And it's not just everybody guessing it's Disney that's out. The first thing that I find interesting with the Disney stuff is that they've not said who possibly a new streamer is. They've sort of admitted there's some negative here of Disney's no longer being in partnership with us. But they've not sort of followed it up with but Netflix, for example, or an Amazon or somebody else is going to be our new international streamer. And usually the way they do these statements is they don't let a negative hang around. They always follow it up with a positive to try and get the conversation away from the news they don't like. So that surprised me. My other main thought is I think it's very telling that they've not announced a series. They've not sort of confirmed Russell is still the showrunner. They've just said we're getting this Christmas special, and that Russell has written it. I think that's a very sort of deliberate wording. They're being very careful is the impression I get with this wording. And they follow it up with, and now we will tell you our plans. So my gut is they're probably now not going to give any more updates till we see either the Land and the Sea next or the special. And that's going to be on Russell's future, the future of the show, Bad Wolf's involvement, things like that. Here's what I think this special could be. I've got a feeling that this is purely going to be used as Billy to be the sort of headliner of it. It's going to explain the Billy thing of, is she the Doctor, isn't she? Is she Bad Wolf? Is she the moment? Because I don't think they can leave that for another producer, possibly, or another showrunner if there's one coming after Russell to explain. It's not fair on them. It needs to be Russell that basically fixes the absolute sort of mess that he's left the show in. And I think they've probably seen as well, this has not gone down well. It's sort of been used to sort of joke and to have a dig. You had the Dead Ringer sketch of them literally saying, "Oh, I'm going to regenerate into Billy clicks." The fandom's not responded well to it. So I think they know can't be a long-term anything. So get her for one special. Explain how she's come into being. Really, I think hope that her name can get some viewers, or that people with fans more than the general public will tune in to resolve the cliffhanger. I think they're very much going to rely on curiosity here. That sort of we have to see the end of this at least. And my feeling is I've not heard anything, but just as a fan, I honestly think Russell is going to write the special. Then afterwards they'll announce he's going. And this is just sort of him having one last sort of episode to finish his era off. So it's not sort of disjointed, that it's somebody else's job to pick up. And that they can start fresh. They can have a brand new actor in the role without the baggage. Especially if it's announced that maybe they can get a name I don't know. And it would probably be very hard to get a name, but I think they want a new Doctor, basically. I think they know that it needs a new face, it needs cleaning out, because anything of the current era is still left. I think people are fans, especially, are not going to react quite well to that. And I think they're going to try and have this rebrand, have a new Doctor, have a new showrunner, and try and really sort of sell that Doctor Who is different now and come and have a look. So that is sort of my feelings on everything. And we will see this space, see what they announce next.
There you go. That was from Charlotte there. Big Finish is just at the drop and stuff 10 minutes ago. Sorry about the echo. That's going to happen, folks, but I hope you could hear what she had to say. So there is a Christmas special coming up. Brand new, free Doctor Who short trip is coming this Christmas. Click the link there to find out all about the winning story and Paul Sprague's Memorial Writers Opportunity and to pre-order the audio book now. So there's an audio book coming for Christmas, and someone is obviously listening to me on their stream there, and the echo is coming through. So could you turn the sound off, please? Right. Who's listening to me?
I got headphones on, so it's not
I can hear.
Right. Now someone is listening to me, folks. Someone on this panel is listening to me on YouTube. You need to knock the sound off.
It's not
I've
me.
got the phone.
Anyway, why am I echoing? Why is that happening? Is there someone else in the studio?
Because I was muting myself while Charlotte was talking. I could still hear the echo.
No, well, have you got the YouTube going as well?
See, even you're being repeated. Someone is listening to us on YouTube, guys.
I got my YouTube muted, and actually I can close it down even, but I got my headphones on too, so that you wouldn't hear the volume coming from my side.
Right, let's see. No, it's gone now. See,
I've got my
the echo is gone now. So, no, it's back now.
It's coming from Cinnamon.
Yeah, I've just muted it, so it turns out I think it is me. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm literally only on my phone on this stream. I've not got any YouTube tabs open.
But let's talk about what Charlotte just. I can't do this. It's someone is still. You have to get rid of YouTube off your phone, lads. Come on.
Mine is shut down anyway, so I can say.
Right, Cinnamon's got to fix it because the echo was gone now. So Cinnamon will fix it. It's probably because he's using his phone. We'll give him a few minutes to come back. But very interesting points by Charlotte there.
Yeah.
And I have to agree with her on the RTD thing because I said it straight away at the very beginning of the stream that's what I believe, because Real Super Doctor brought it up as well in the relation to RTD, that maybe he's being, because the wording of her statement actually proves it. You know, we're delighted to announce that RTD is going to write the special for us, as if to say, well, he was already gone and we've invited him back to clean his fucking mess up, basically. And they do need to do that in order for the show to move forward, because in fairness, you can't just bring in someone new now and say, right, we want you to, with this mess being left like that. Because people will say, some people can say, oh yeah, well, they should just ignore it. They're not going to ignore it. And we know that already they won't, right? They didn't ignore, the RTD didn't ignore the time this child or act like that. Actually started to fucking address it, right? So it needs to be fixed, and then he needs to fuck off. As in relation to the TARDIS, because people have brought up about the TARDIS console room. The question I would ask though is this: if RTD and Bad Wolf are out, right, then will Bad Wolf allow BBC to use their studio to have the TARDIS set there? Or will BBC have to move the TARDIS set to one of their own studios now?
They're going to have to buy it off Bad Wolf, won't they?
That's what I mean. This is another thing. Like,
or just say that, or they could say the time has passed and, oh, look, we've got a different interior now.
Or maybe they'll use the interior for this special, and then that's it. That's it then.
I think that's what will happen.
Go on, sorry, that's just me earphones. Sorry, me sound, that's just me. I pulled out my earphones by accident. But that's what I'm thinking. Like, because that set would be expensive to keep going. Let's be honest about it. Yeah. And if BBC are going to be cutting their budget, there's no way that they could continue with that big TARDIS set. It'd be too expensive to keep going, in my opinion anyway. Unless there's been some sort of deal done with BBC and Bad Wolf that they have come to an agreement that because he fucked it up, well, at least let us use the TARDIS set in your studio for another year until we,
It really wouldn't hurt to downsize the TARDIS console room anyway, because that'd be cheaper to keep and manage, and it would be more sensible rather than having some big echoey nonsense,
Cinnamon, you're up twice in the studio. You're in the studio twice. Hold on, there, he's deleted one. Right, let's see if this one works. Hopefully. Are you there? There, you fucking fixed it. Well done, lad. Well done. We didn't want to point any fingers, but it was clear it was coming from you. Oh, fucking hell. This is great, this is. This is great. I'm glad there's some Doctor Who news to talk about anyway. I did see a message from Lee, so I better check me fucking Instagram because he's the man that should be on because he called it and I want to get his opinion. Hopefully he can come in. If not, I'll do a separate stream with Lee see what his point of view is on all of this news. But look, there's so much to discuss. We're not even finished yet. I'm not going anywhere yet, so don't worry. There's still plenty. Hey, Noel was out in town, just got back. Well, if you want to come on, mate, I don't know if you can hear me, Lee, but if you want to come on.
In the meantime,
were you just talking about Bad Wolf and the TARDIS a minute ago?
Pardon?
Were you just talking about the TARDIS and Bad Wolf like a minute ago?
Yeah, the console, like, are they going to be able to keep? See, that's the thing. That TARDIS set is going to be very expensive to run. So, will there be a deal done with Bad Wolf? Because say RTD is out after the Christmas special, right? Then what's going to happen with the TARDIS console room?
Well, as far as I remember, Bad Wolf isn't owned by RTD, is it? I think it was set up by Jane Tranter and Julie Gardner, wasn't it? And like RTD just sort of came on board with it. I don't think it's his thing. So I don't. If I'm correct here, so I don't believe RTD needs to be there for the Bad Wolf Studios and BBC to continue working together. As far as I can remember, I'm sure it was separate.
Yeah, but Bad Wolf for the people with the money deal went sour with Disney, and Bad Wolf for the people who Disney will tell everybody that they're not worth working with, you know. So whoever owns
TARDIS, very expensive set, wasn't it? It's the biggest one they've had. So whether they can afford to keep it around,
it's stupidly big too. I mean, anybody if there was an accountant involved, I don't want everything run by accountants, but if you got a publicly funded TV station like the BBC, surely they should say, look, why are we spending £100,000 a year or whatever it is for storage of a big set, which is barely used in the show itself, when we can spend a fraction of that on a reasonable size set like we used to have, which is still bigger than the outside, and, you know, just wheel it in and out from the stored on the side of a studio somewhere, you know, like they used to do in the old days. You know, we don't need a massive echoing spectacular
that's kind of what we
set.
want them to do, though, isn't it? We want them to go back kind of to the old ways, because the old ways worked.
Lee is only at the finding out. Lee is at the being in the city centre, right? He's only at the coming back. He's only finding out this news now. He didn't even know what the fuck was on. So I'm actually sending him the links there because he's just at the walking in the door. So I'm at the telling him about Disney out and RTD is staying for a Christmas special, but I'm about to send him the whole link now to see if he wants to come on. He says he's knackered, so we will see if he comes on, because I'd like him to come on because he was on this channel last January. And he was the one that said that Disney Plus was out and RTD was gone. And if anybody should have a say on this, it should be Lee. So I'm hoping he does actually come on and gloat a little bit because he deserves it. Let's be honest about it. He fucking deserves it. He's gotten a lot of stick. Dan has gotten a lot of stick. I've gotten a lot of stick with people out there calling us liars, right? We've been proven to be right yet again, right? And I think Lee has every right, like the rest of us, a right to reply. And hopefully he does come on because I want to get his thoughts on this because this is very interesting. Charlotte is off to have her tea and she'll see everybody later. So enjoy her tea. I hope it's lovely. I just had some lovely bacon and eggs there with a couple of slices of bread. So that was lovely. Yeah, I know. There's nothing better than bacon and fucking eggs. I'm telling you, man. You can't beat the simple little thing like that. Yeah. The blame should be at Bad Wolf and RTD's door, not Disney this time. I agree with you, Daniel, and I think the other side are going to blame Disney, but I think our side of the fandom knows exactly what's gone on here and won't blame Disney for this. Disney have to be praised because they gave 100 million because they wanted Doctor Who. They didn't get Doctor Who. So for them pulling out, I don't blame them for that. They came to BBC in good faith and said, we would like to take Doctor Who global. Here's 100 million, and RTD fucked them over.
Reversed, doesn't it? Normally it'd be us that are giving out to Disney, and they would be probably defending it.
Well, they're lucky that they're not suing the BBC, aren't they? Really,
They should.
Misrepresentation of the product. It's false advertising. They told them apart, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's my whole point. If Disney are paying for Doctor Who, and then that's what they got, like, cannot everybody honestly say that they got Doctor Who? No, they didn't get Doctor Who.
We didn't get Doctor Who.
That's what I mean. Fans didn't get Doctor Who. So if we didn't get Doctor Who, Disney didn't get Doctor Who. I'm not blaming Disney here. Right? Disney get a lot of stick, and rightly fucking so. And they deserve it because they're just as fucking bad as the BBC. But in this case, they're not the issue here. Right? RTD and Bad Wolf Studios are the issue here. Right? And that's where the focus needs to be on. Right? RTD is the man that was coming back apparently because it was a rescue mission, right? That rescue mission turned into be an absolute joke, right? Doctor Who was genocided, basically. That's what happened, Doctor Who and the RTD. He's an absolute disgusting man, right? He's vile. His attitude towards fans, and Jack, someone that we all know, his attitude towards him was vile, right? And Jack didn't even say anything that was harsh. He just gave his opinion as a fan, right? And RTD decided that the best thing to do would be to tell him to fuck off and insult him and then block him. That's no way to treat a fan, right? And he was doing that with fans all the way through his second era, attacking them and using the show to do it as well. And you know what's even more actually ironic is the fans that he actually had in the show that thought he was supporting them. He was slagging them off as well. Like, that's the ironic thing about this whole situation.
Well, it makes you wonder if he's going to be like that to people like Jack publicly. What's he like to work for, we've
heard the stories. We've heard the fucking stories. We know what he's like behind the scenes. We heard the stories.
Yeah, terrible.
Right, Leah's coming on.
Hey.
Brilliant.
It's hot take from Leah, isn't it?
Brilliant, lads. No, because he has every right to be on. Because he's the one that did break it on this channel, last January, and he hasn't gotten the credit for it.
We want to know his opinion. Come on.
Right, and his opinion is very important. Yeah. Now, interestingly, he did say this as well, though, when I told him that RTD stays for the Christmas special in 2026, and then Lee's response to that was a final hurrah. So even Lee is thinking what we're all thinking here, that this is to him being told, get your fucking ass back here, you dopey bastard, and you fix what you destroyed. No, I'm done playing nice with this.
I'm laughing because it's funny this way.
Right? He is a dopey bastard. You had the keys, mate. You had 100 million. You could have done something spectacular. You could have actually brought Doctor Who to a level that it's never been at.
Well, right? Seriously, though. Low level it's never been at.
And you fucked it up. 100 million. Oh, Disney. I feel sorry for them. I really do. But then at the same time, I'm kind of saying, well, we kind of did warn Disney what they were getting into. But they don't deserve 100 million loss. I'm sorry, but they don't. And anybody that thinks that they do, I think you're just bitter because this is what's going on. See this, lads. This is what happens on my stream. Random shit just happens. Random shit. It's just fucking hell. Oh.
Is that R2D2 kind of join in?
Is this the new Doctor Who for 2026?
The new.
This is the new Murray Gold.
It sounds a bit like Match of the Day. Sounds a bit like Match of the Day.
Oh dear.
It does,
And
yeah, I
lads,
think it's the same theme tune. It's got to be, isn't it?
yeah, I think it is.
Our ice cream van does the match of the day tune. Yeah.
But again, can I just point out though that the failure of this lies sorely on the shoulders of RTD, right? So let's remember that. I just think, you know, it's very easy for fans out there to target Disney and to celebrate that Disney is gone. Look, did I ever want Disney part of Doctor Who? I made it clear at the very beginning when this was announced, the deal, that I wasn't too happy with Disney. But I was told very quickly by my sources that Disney hedged their bets on Doctor Who and they wanted Doctor Who. That's what they paid for. And as soon as the first series was aired, there was already rumblings that they were unhappy with RTD. This look, after season 1, RTD was already on a downhill trajectory with Disney. And Disney, I believe, after season 1, had already made up their minds. And that's what I got told anyway. I just don't report on any more shit because I don't want the hassle and I don't want the drama from other gobshites out there. I'm just sick and tired of it. You know, you can't put out your stuff anymore without someone having a go at you all the time. And I just, you know, I don't need that drama in my life. But look, you know, it's all going to come out now. And when RTD is gone, we'll be able, hopefully, to tell you who would have been the Doctor instead of Ncuti Gatwa. But that's not me to say. That's not for me to say right now. But I can tell you now that Ncuti Gatwa was not the first choice. And that's all I'm going to say because we're not allowed to say anything yet. So, but here he is, the man who was right, the man who came on this channel with his chest out and says, listen, guys, RTD and Disney Plus are gone. Here he is, the one and only problem being.
Yay.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Congratulations, first of all, on getting the news right. Because even though RTD is right, the Christmas special, we do believe that he probably will be gone after that. But you were definitely right about Disney Plus gone. What's your reaction to the news?
No, I mean, I knew anyway. You know, and it's not, you know, it's not me, you know, with magic superpowers, you know, like some kind of, I don't know, remote viewing or something. You know, it's information that was passed on to me by someone I trust implicitly who has connections to that side of things, knows people who knows people kind of thing. So, you know, I was told this back in early January of this year that they were out, and that there was all sorts of things going on behind the scenes with Gatwa being out and RTD. And I think this is the first step to further confirmation. And I strongly believe that this Christmas special will be RTD's swan song in order to wrap up this mess and hopefully end it in a way that, you know, like that the writer for Dalek, Shearman, said, you know, it's deader than it's ever been, and that was due to the fact that you can't leave it where it was with Billy Piper not being the Doctor, or, you know, Schrodinger's doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got to have something for, you know, something for the extended media to be able to plug in the gaps should this not go any further. No, they're talking about creating a new series. It says soon, you know, or you know, sometime in the future. You know, it doesn't really say when. And I think if RTD and everything was great and it was all hunky-dory and all the rest of it, then why just a Christmas special? Why not announce a Christmas special leading into a new season already? You know
But
what I mean?
did you see the warden? Have you looked at the statement, Lee? Because I did send it to you. Did you see the warden, though, of Lindsay Salt, the head of BBC Drama, where she says We've asked RTD, what was it? What's the exact words again? We've asked him to come back to write this. It was something to that effect. So it was like as if he was already gone and he's now doing them a favor by coming back to write this 2026 Christmas special, which makes me think that maybe he already has the episode in the pipeline, but obviously they're not going to release it till
we are delighted that Russell T Davies has agreed
exactly
to write us another spectacular Christmas.
Yeah.
Like
The wording of that, but the wording, Lee, that's very telling because that proves to me that he was actually gone and now he's been brought back to fix his fucking mess.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as well the way that they talk about, you know, being committed to Doctor Who, and it continues to be one of our most, well, it used to be one of our most loved dramas. So it says Doctor is not going anywhere. Well, we could have told you that. Just not in the way you think it means, you know.
But in fairness, though, I kind of look. I know we have our issues.
They're announcing plans for the next series in due course.
Yeah,
which.
But here's the thing.
When, you know,
the fact is, I already said this, that Doctor. I always believed that this time around, BBC wanted to do the right thing by Doctor Who, and that's why they went to Disney for this global distribution. And they thought by bringing RTD back that they were onto a sure thing, but then he produced what he produced and he put them all on the back foot. I'm not going to blame Disney for this or blame BBC for this. The blame for this solely falls on RTD and Bad Wolf Studios for fouling the ball and fucking this up.
Well, what my source told me at the time was that Disney saw the church route on Ruby Road, whatever it was, and were aghast. I think his words were, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something like aghast, you know, or you know, they couldn't believe what they were seeing, which is remarkable considering they produced so much schlock for Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think about it, if they find this embarrassingly bad, wow, you know, compared to the stuff that they've been releasing, I mean, you know, you could argue, but
even for them, this was too woke.
They were out at that point. They saw that and they said, "Well, not doing this. We're not renewing after this." You know, you get your whatever it is, but you know, they were absolutely gobsmacked. I think
they should sue them.
That was the episode. That was the episode with the singing goblins, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should sue them.
That's not what they expected, surely.
No, that's what they said. And there were problems with Gatwas right back from the start of that. So all this stuff about it was all over the you know, not turning up to host the Eurovision thing is a complete canard. It's like, oh look, Jingle Key over here, look over here. This is the reason that, you know, it's like, no, it was way back. So he was out then, right back, you know, before January.
Here's the thing. We can't say that, but shoot, he wasn't the original pick for the Doctor anyway. So it ended up all being a disaster, and it was always going to be a disaster. Now, I don't know, Lee knows about who this person is as well. Don't know if we can actually say that and still, but I think we'll have to wait till RTD is gone completely to come out and tell you who the person who was actually supposed to take the role. But this whole thing from day one, as Lee said, was a shit show. Right? It was a Disney. Listen, Disney didn't pay for that version of Doctor Who. They wanted Doctor Who, just like BBC, I believe, wanted to do right by it this time. They wanted Doctor Who, and they honestly believed under RTD they would get Doctor Who, but they didn't get Doctor Who. And if you look at the 60th anniversary, right, that kind of conned people, because if you compare the 60th anniversary to what we ended up getting, I mean, the 60th anniversary is fucking like, you know, fucking Leonardo da Vinci, fucking it's brilliant compared to what we got, like season 1 and 2. Like you look at those 3 episodes compared to what we got. Those 3 episodes were, even though we still maintain that they were mediocre, were worse than what he produced after that. BBC, I tell you, Disney were conned big time. He conned 100 million out of them, and I'm telling you now, right? I could say this: that 100 million wasn't just all used on those 2 seasons and the spin-off, right? I gotta say it out straight. I wouldn't be surprised if a bit of money went into people's pockets. That's as far as I'll go without getting myself into
Pension
fucking
pots.
trouble. Right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right? So, look, this whole thing was a mess from start to finish. But Lee, well done, because you've taken a lot of stick this whole year. I've taken a lot of stick on the channel, and somehow it was my fault for, apparently bringing you on to push your lies. But you never lied, because I always said this. I wouldn't allow you to say anything on this channel if I thought you were lying anyway. So
when was the any time before that I had made any, attempt to say, oh, I've got a source and my source. I've never said that. That was always your thing to do that, and you had your thing. I just happened to come across someone who I know has very deep roots into the production.
Yeah.
One way or another. Knows people who knows people and is privy to certain information. Let's put it that way. So
Yeah.
when that person tells me something, I'm going to sit up and take notes, because I know that they've got receipts. And when they tell me something, and that was back in January, I was like, holy crap. And it was like a wealth of stuff. I mean, it was just boom, 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 boom. And I was just like, holy crap. So there was just like a big kind of deep in-breath, and that's something. I was quite shocked, because it was, I knew it was bad, but I didn't know what was happening behind the scenes. But my goodness, it was an eye-opener. And it's like, I don't take pleasure in the fact that we're here at this point.
No.
I don't want any of this to be. No one wants this to be happening. We wanted to watch a great series of Doctor Who, a great 2 seasons of Doctor Who. I knew instantly when Disney was announced that this was a bad idea. But I thought in my head it would be Disney that would be the destructor of it. I did not expect RTD to come back and be the destructor himself, to be Sutek himself, the bringer of death. And it's so sad. It didn't need to be this way. And I think sold out the show for your own political ends, rather than what was good for the show. And I think that you've done a disservice, Russell T. Davis, to people like Barry Letts, to Philip Hinchcliffe, to Terrence Dix, to the whole gamut of talent that has gone before. I just find it absolutely shocking.
Yeah, Russell was so arrogant. It's just
beyond arrogance.
Pure hubristic arrogance and self-importance.
See, when you think you're the master of your own universe, right, like RTD does, he's not going to take criticism well.
He said in an interview. Yeah, no, he'd say more than that, because he said in an interview years ago that, most of my career has been telling people to fuck you, fuck off, fuck you.
Yeah,
and I believe him.
That's not going to work long term, is it? That's not a long term plan, is it?
No. But you see, the thing someone brought up as well earlier on the panel, I forget who it was. If that's how he's behaving in public, imagine what he's behaving like behind the scenes.
Well, how many?
I mean,
look at what he's. Look at how many people he's trashed. Really, he trashed Eccleston's career. He did something with Millie Gibson's career there, and Ncuti Gatwa, whether you like him or loathe him, that was another falling out. So he's got a problem with his leading men. I think the only one who's sort of come out of this even remotely smelling better is Tennant, even though he's a crony as well. But you think about when I think it was Tennant in his final scene where he's like, I don't want to go. Like, he wanted to change the way he said it, and he had to fight that corner And I don't think Russell T Davies is one of those people who likes you changing anything in the script or the way it's written. So it was almost as if he was afraid to say that he thought this is the way to say it because he didn't want to do it the way that he was told to do it.
Well, look, the new version of Tennant's Doctor, the 15th, whatever 14th, is just submissive, isn't it? It's sort of
It's a passenger.
Oh Jesus!
I'm
It's such
sorry
big.
for being a man.
It's such big news that even my national TV station RTE has actually reported on it. BBC fully committed to Doctor Who as Disney Plus ends partnership in show. That's the headline in RTE. So even in Ireland, this is huge news. And it is big news, folks. I mean, it's probably the biggest news that we've had in connection with Doctor Who in a good while. But look, I sussed it last night. As the Real Super Doctor is here. We were having a conversation last night in the chat, and I says, do you know what? It's been 3 weeks since the official site, and I was keeping an eye on it the whole time. And I says, I just got a funny feeling that something's coming, that they're going to announce something, and there's a rebrand coming. I don't know whether I just had a crystal ball last night, but then today it just happened. Look, I always believe Lee. There was no doubt in Lee. As soon as Lee told me, I knew Lee was spot on. Because Lee, like me, it's very rare that me and Lee will put out art, and actually we don't unless we get confirmation. Yeah, exactly.
I never did.
And you're not that.
I would never have done it unless I was 100% certain of it, because I don't want to put myself out there unnecessarily to get flack because of some misinformation. But I knew that the source telling me that was someone I could trust.
Yeah,
that they were totally right, and there's a lot of things I could have said that I didn't say because I said I wouldn't say anything. So with this, I mean, it's quite clear to me. It was quite clear that this is where it was heading. It was told to me in January that this is what was happening. Well, I announced it in January. I mean, I think he told me before Christmas. So I was sitting on this for a while, but I said it in January. So this goes back, even further, last year when all this happened. So it was all around the time of the Church on Ruby Road, where all this stuff was going on, we're kicking off. So it's been a while, but that's what he told me in around Christmas time last year, and I announced it on this channel. I think on the 3rd of January. So I wouldn't have put my neck on the line and gotten the nonsense.
Well, that's why I knew you were telling the truth, because
I wouldn't lie about something like that.
You wouldn't.
It's not my thing to do source stuff. I had one source in my life, and that was him, and I repeated what they told me. That's all I did. I'm not lying.
Well, you need to go back to that source now, right, and get more juicy fucking information. You need to go back to them now, right? We got the news now. So what's the plans moving forward? Come on, fill us in. But look, I knew you were telling the truth, and then it started getting confirmed by other people as well, and then the media, and the media always confirm in the end anyway. And that's what I've always said.
No doubt that I would be vindicated, none at all. So it's a waiting game, really.
Yeah, that's why you never reacted to certain people out there attacking you. Obviously, I defended you on your behalf, but even though you didn't need any defending, but I did it anyway.
I get it. I get that people are very defensive about it. I understand it's not the news you want to hear, and you're going to react badly to. I understand that. It's not my fault. All I said was, this is what I was told, and I have this reason to believe it because it's someone I trust who's not bullshitting me. And
well, it's not as if you were going to fucking cancel Doctor Who yourself, though.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they blame the kids for everything these days, so why not?
Oh dear.
I did it. I the same thing. I remember on Twitter, I was talking to someone. And it was after Lee told me this sort of information as well. And obviously, I had this guy that was adamant that it all was well. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, listen, what I was pointing him to this stream that Dan was doing, I think, and Dan was talking about a specific point. He was giving out information, and I was giving him what I could, and then he wanted me to, like, I was providing him with the evidence, and he still wasn't happy with it until I physically spelled it out, and was like, "Oh, well, so you can't say it then?" I said, "Well, I literally can't. If I tell you, I'm breaching confidence massively. I wish I could, but I can't." And I had so many people like that. So in a sort of, not to toot my own horn and not in an arrogant way, when I did hear that news, again, it wasn't me who broke it, obviously, but like, you do feel a little bit vindicated, don't you? Not in a sort of, again, like you said, we don't want this sort of situation. Of course we don't. But when you've had so many people, again, like I said earlier, the goalpost has shifted. It went from, no, the Disney deal's fine, everything's perfect, to now, oh, we're anti-Disney now, and we're glad it's gone. It's like, well, keep that same energy, lads. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, literally,
It's like the 3 stages of truth, isn't it? First, it's violently opposed. Secondly, it's first it's ridiculed.
Denial.
Secondly, it's violently opposed, and then third, it's accepted as being, generally accepted. Like it's, oh yeah, of course.
like, honestly, the amount of tweets I saw earlier from people saying, "Oh, we're out of, oh, we're so back. Oh, we're free from the evil of Disney. We're free from Disney jail." I thought, hang on, you were all loving Disney, and you were all up for it, and you were all defending it 5 minutes ago. Like,
there we go.
don't switch up now.
That's this
So
fandom in a teapot, isn't it? It's
Two-faced.
so
Two-faced.
it's full of nutters. I'm sorry, this fandom is full of nutters. It really is.
It's a mental hospital. It's a mental ward.
Fucking is, Noel. And
But it makes me think as well. I saw that
tweet.
the tweet the other day when they said Jodie Whittaker was like 7 years or 8 years to the day that she made the first episode, and I thought, wow, it's really been 7, 8
Yeah,
plus
What
years.
a celebration that is. Yeah. Although, having said that, I mean, God, we thought it couldn't get any worse.
That long? Is it that long already?
Something like that. It was just a tweet saying like 7 years, 8
years,
years, something like that. And it was just like, 8 years later, and people still haven't grew up. It's
For fuck's sake, I need to get out of here. 8 fucking years we've been at this shit.
Can I just say as well, I woke up today to horrible news that Prunella Scales, who plays He's passed away. I was gutted.
Yeah.
Gutted. I just wanted to say that I love that woman, and I love
Prunella Scales.
Sybil.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she
Okay.
passed away this morning.
Poo-poo.
So I was very, very devastated by that news.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that. I was like, oh God, that's really sad, because that's like a piece of your childhood being buried,
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Doctor Who at the minute. Every time David
That's
Tennant
been
opens
buried
his
and
mouth,
pissed
I'm like,
on.
it is. Every time David Tennant opens his mouth, it's like, oh, a little piece of me just withers away and dies. Not like the 5th Doctor. There are parts of me dispatching like icebergs
Yeah.
and disappearing, wiltering away.
So they're going to bring it back. It's
They're going to keep it limping on. They're going to.
They make you wait 14 months for it.
Well, notice that they've got the Christmas, so they bought themselves a bit of time. So they've kicked the war between the whatever the fuck down to next year, and then a Christmas special on the December 26th.
Oh, and they've also announced that Toddler Who is actually in production.
Oh yeah.
What is in production?
Toddler Who.
Oh Christ.
Toddler Who. That's going to be on BBC. Remember BBC CBeebies? Yeah, we call it Toddler Who, but it's Doctor Who, cartoon for kids.
Who? What Doctor? Which one?
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah.
We don't even know who the Doctor is at the minute.
Well, maybe that will tie in with the whoever they.
Maybe that's what they're going to do. Yeah, I agree. I think that's what they actually might do.
So is the
put this statement out, Reece? They've just put the statement out, and I can't help thinking, like Lee touched on it a few minutes ago. Like, why not wait and tell us something when you have something to tell us? It's almost like, well, we'll share something when we can. Well, tell us then. Like, don't preempting
the leaks that were going to come out. See, the first leak that came out was about the war between the land and the sea possibly being on BBC on Christmas Day. Right, that's what you're getting Christmas Day, and then it was going to be shown on Disney Plus next year. So
When everybody's seen it, but then
that's why they've come out with this statement, because I reckon there was more leaks. There's more leaks to come. Whoever has those leaks, there's going to be more information to come out. So BBC have basically preempted the leaks. Probably have said to Disney, look, we need to actually do something about this now, and we need to announce what's happening. So that's what I think. It makes sense. I think they're trying to get ahead of the curve, but the problem is that, like, there's no getting ahead of this. The bottom line is we already all knew that Disney Plus was out. I mean, it's the worst kept secret in the fucking industry. Let's be honest about it.
Good for them, does it? There's no way they can spin this really without it looking bad. It doesn't matter whether they wait, it's not good. Whether they say it now, it's not good because they have nothing to say. But they can't wait. They can't wait until it breaks somewhere else. They have to sort of really want to do it themselves. So it's nothing.
See, I think Russell has fucked them up big time. And I think they're waiting for him because he's got to figure out. He probably has to figure out how to fix this now. How do you fix it, though? I mean, how do you actually fix it? I know we said so. John brought up. John did bring up a nice little thing that he thinks how they could fix it, but using that moment, that's a deleted scene. I know he was given part of the target. That's a deleted scene. I don't know if he'd actually use that, but that could possibly explain this Rose Tyler nonsense that it's not really our doctor, it's the actual doctor from the parallel universe, the David Tennant doctor. But again, I personally, that'd be a bit of a stretch, really.
It's too clever of an answer. Was it Robert or Lee who said it before? Like, we're probably thinking about it more than they are.
Yeah.
We're the ones that are trying to make sense of it.
I'll say
intelligent thought and put the dots together. They just go over.
I'll say it again. That as far as I'm concerned, the best thing they can do with it is to pretend that the Shooty Doctor and the Rose thing was part of the Toy Mega Magic and let it all dissolve out of its existence and go back to David Tennant to perhaps if you want to be kinky about it, then Rose comes down to Donna's garden, kisses David Tennant, and then it dies with embarrassment for a new regeneration. I don't know, whatever you want to do with it, whatever floats.
I'll just continue from the whole thing and say that by regeneration just split it off into its own Slay Honey Queen universe.
The thing that's the stupid thing about it is Biden generation hasn't worked again.
The easier solution would be just to go back to Peter Capaldi's regeneration.
Peter Davison needs to go back to it.
and just regenerate a new doctor after Peter. Don't even explain the Jodie Whittaker stuff. Just ignore it. Just fucking. But they won't do that. They have to. See, this is the thing. They've gone too far. They have to actually explain it now. That's the issue that we do have. But I would just love them to just bring Peter back. Right, do his regeneration scene again, but instead of Jodie Whittaker popping up, they get the new actor that they're going to play the doctor to pop up, and then come out with a line well, that was a bit of a shitstorm, or something like that. Well, you're not going to say shitstorm, but just say something, look at the camera, break the fourth wall, say so, and leave it at that, and move on.
Hasn't Star Trek just decanonized the show or something?
I don't know, but my other theory, my other scenario, which I've also proposed before, is go back to, don't have to have Peter Capaldi do much or anything really, but they can make it out that Peter Capaldi's doctor is stuck on a hospital in a coma of sorts in Gallifrey, and then everything from there is some sort of comatose fever dream and not reality. Is maybe mix it with a Matrix or some sort of alien thing, whatever. You can make it all up. It's all imagination, And
I'll just bring back the fucking Dream Lord. I'll just bring back the fucking Dream Lord.
Yeah.
Or altogether, just ignore it and do what you did in series 1. They could just say, for example, let's say they took a 2-year break. In 2027, they come back with a brand new doctor. They don't mention anything that happened before. Might get little teasers and little references here and there, but start off with they just say it's the next doctor, the doctor after. Try to say what happened. Maybe Big Finish can tie that up.
Start with
a new doctor and then crack on with a new vision, whatever.
There's still a stink of the bi-generation and the timeless child, I'd like to get rid of. So there's got to be some sort of intergalactic Febreze.
Yeah, but I wouldn't give a fuck if the other side of the fandom had a nosebleed over that. Fuck them. It's not about them now. right? It's about saving the show. It's not even about us now. It's about, look, if BBC are serious about this, right, and I do believe they are, well, they can't make the same mistakes. You can't keep RTD, right? And this does need to be fixed. I can understand why they're getting RTD back to fix this. He needs to fix it. But even fixing it, he's still going to face the uphill struggle because of what's happened the past 2 eras, right? So it's they're going to have an uphill struggle, I should say, to win back the fandom anyway. So they already got 2 hands tied behind their backs as it is. So, you know, whatever it is, just get him in, get him to do whatever slop he's fucking doing to explain this, and then just put out the statement that he's gone, and we'll be back in a year or something, and we're going to bring back a brand new doctor, and just leave it at that. It's going to go on another break, I believe. I don't think that this will be the only hiatus.
I honestly don't think I'm asking too much for them to sort of come back in 2 years. Like, I keep sound like a broken record. Just come back in 2 years with a sort of James Gunn style video and say, right, this is the new vision we've got. This is the direction we're going to go in. We're going to start off grounded. We're going to look for a new male lead. Like I said, they might not have it confirmed yet, but say we'll have a new male lead. We're going to have a new writer. We're going to have a new companion. We're going to have this many episodes. We're going to have old monsters, new monsters. They could just tease little things. They could just give a vision, outline a sort of rough vision for the future of what's going to happen.
Yeah. They should do a trailer like the Christopher Eccleston 2005 trailer. That's all you need to do. Do a little 30-second trailer like that with the new doctor. We're going to bring in new monsters, new experiences, new this, that, and the other. And then just leave it at that. To say no more after that. And then everybody then can just wait until see what they produce. Get the excitement going. They can't take too much away.
You got to give the bait out and then get people hooked and say, right, well, we'll announce more soon, and then actually entice you. Not announce more soon when we got something to say, because get them excited, give people a reason to actually care.
Yeah, but if Jane Tranter, even if RTD is gone, can I just point out though, if Bad Wolf and Jane Tranter are sticking around, then there's no point, right?
We need somebody to say, look, coming soon. It's going to be great. You know, when we got this.
So as I said, get on to the head of Emma Lindsay Salt, BBC folks. Send her an email.
Wouldn't you want that? Imagine if, like, the BBC come out again. I keep saying it, but imagine if they come out and announce Michael J. Straczynski, and then they did a video with him, like a 5-minute video of him talking about. I know it's never going to happen. But like, imagine if they did a sort of like I said, like a James Gunn style video. They have him there standing in the camera, or some sort of effect like that, talking about where we're going to go, what ideas they're going to explore, what rough outline they're going to have. Might not have everything figured out, might not have the lead actor picked yet, but they can, give little tidbits, give people a reason to care. At least.
Here's the thing, though. If Michael still wants Doctor Who, though, I don't think BBC is any position to turn him down. I think they should at least listen to him and listen to what vision he has first before they make any decision. But I do agree with Lee. I don't think it ever is going to happen. But he should be considered. Because he has publicly stated on several occasions how he would like to take on Doctor Who. And I think he does understand where it's gone wrong, because, he won't come out directly and criticise. But you can see by some of the stuff that he's wrote up that he has an idea of where he would like to bring the show. I think he should be in the running. I think he should be in the talks at least. I'm just going to rule out, because people brought up some names earlier on. Pete McTeague, I'm ruling out. I'm ruling out anybody that's worked on this show from 2005 onwards. We cannot have any of the blood that were part of this show since it came back, New Who, part of the show moving forward. They all have to go. Every single one of them.
Pete McTeague, people are probably like banging that drum for a while, and I don't get it. He's never made a good episode. He never made a good 15-minute trailers for the Blu-rays, and that's it. Like
every story he's done has been hyper politicized, and if you look at Kablam, that was like pro corporation, And then you look at the last one he wrote, and that was just like, yeah, white men evil. It's just,
well, Kerblam, John mentioned it. Kerblam, he actually predicted, because Amazon announced today that they're going full robotic. They're trying to go full robotic now. They don't want any staff in their factories. They want to go full robotic.
Thing off your party and stuff, wasn't it?
what could possibly go wrong?
Well, yeah, it's good for the trailers and the Blu-ray box sets, but the people are banging the Beat Me Tea drum out. I've never got it. I've never seen what he's like. I've never liked any of his episodes, really.
They probably don't know anybody else to mention. That's probably what it is.
Well, maybe, fans, this is what I'm saying. Send emails to Lindsay Salt and start suggesting a few fucking people as well, like. But we have a role to play here. The show was away for 14 months now, right? We've got 14 months, right? Keep sending emails to her. She's the head of BBC Drama. As I said, don't get any aggressive or anything like that. But tell her how you're feeling and where they went wrong and who you would like to see take over the show.
What I don't understand is that how come the head of BBC Drama, who's in their portfolio is Doctor Who to think about, doesn't have a list of eager sci-fi writers on call, to say, look, send out. There must be some sort of magazine or some sort of network of sci-fi people who write books on sci-fi still, or magazines,
one ambitious person,
comics or something. Send the word out. Say, look, come on, folks, just suggest it.
How many do y'all? Can I ask a question? Because I haven't checked. How many of the old producers of the classic era are still alive today?
No idea. About two, 1, 2, if any.
Right. Well, why not? Right. Here's his suggestion. Right, we bring in new blood. Yeah. Why not bring in some old producers from the show as a guidance?
Rabbi was talking about Alan Moore and some other writer as well who already written an entire season's worth of Doctor Who. But they said, we've got this great concept for a season of Doctor Who, but they'll never let us anywhere near it. And I think that's a shame. It's because the BBC doesn't know anything at all about science fiction or science fiction writers or anything like that. If it's not someone they know that they schmooze with at parties, they're not going to get a look in. And I think that culture needs to change. They need to look outside the box. They need to go and tender it out. Yeah. And whoever comes in with the best ideas gets the job. But we know what the BBC standards are.
Well, just like what they did with Toddler Who, then. They should do the same, because they did the same with Toddler Who. Put it out to tender and see who has the best vision that's in line with BBC, right? And hopefully it's not wokey. And they decided... But what I'm saying is, if BBC are genuine and they actually want to do right by it, and they're going to stop the fucking nonsense. It's a big if, of course, but if that's the way to go. But again, I agree with you. I don't think they'll want to do that. I think they'll want to, now that they've seen what happened with Disney Plus, the fact that RTD has fucked it up for them. I think they want to do it for themselves, BBC.
The fact that they know, and we all know, that RTD screwed this up royally and then have the nerve to invite the bastard back to do another sodding story.
But they're probably bringing them back. Yeah, but they're probably bringing them back because we've all speculated. They're probably bringing them back to fix his mess. But who else could fix his mess, though? In fairness, though, Lee, who else could actually fix that mess that he's made?
One man and a blind dog could do it.
The dog could do the right thing.
Well, then who would you like? Well, we'll ask you suggestions for showrunners. Who would you like to take over?
Alan Moore.
Right, so Alan Moore for you. Is everybody on the panel?
Well, I'm not sure.
Alan Moore, or has anybody else got any other names that they would like to throw out there? So Lee is Alan Moore. I don't know who Alan Moore is. So
I'm not familiar with Alan Moore either.
The Watchmen.
All right. Well, but they've got Google for crying out loud. Just type in science fiction writer and then see what they do and choose a writer as a, if they want to have a showrunner at all, or would they just have a BBC producer to do the...
I do believe, though, that they should go different this time and they shouldn't have just one lad calling the shots.
Check the old phone directory and see if you've still got Toby Whithouse's number. I know he's one of the old guys, but
Yeah, but
you know,
there's Google. They got
I don't
LinkedIn
know.
and everything else. They don't have to. It's not like everybody's hiding a secret and it's hard to find people.
Look, when Chris Chibnall was in charge, I did say bring Toby Whithouse. I did, and I remember saying that. But look, we've got to look at what's happened. We've got to look at what's happened since.
You have to manage it every 5 minutes, but yet there's always someone who takes the job, though. There's always someone. So I suppose
the worst case scenario is that BBC bottle it and they go Stephen Moffat.
Oh gosh, stay away
right? Right, just saying they might bottle it and go with the easy option and go with Stephen Moffat. Because I have been told that when Bad Wolf Studios was trying to do the negotiation with BBC for Doctor Who, Stephen Moffat's production team was there for it as well, right? He wanted to take it as well, right? So don't be surprised if
they will go with
Moffat's name,
inverted commas, safe option, which will be a disaster. Because it's going back to people who you never return back to the nest. Okay, you just don't. You move on.
That's it.
And by going back, we've seen this happen so many times with so many other things, and we've seen it now with RTD. You go back, it's never the same. You're trying to chase past glories whilst claiming you're all about progressive and progression and change. Yet you are the same people who've been running the show for 20 years. Fuck off, give someone else a chance. End of story. You can't keep going backwards because you're the very reason why the show is failing. You need to give it up. You need new blood and you need a new perspective on it.
It's literally it's Matt Smith's speech at Stonehenge. You know, give somebody else a try. You know, give someone else a chance.
That's it.
Well, look, except for the
what we on? We're on 2 hours and 26 minutes. I have to be careful on the time that we have. Yet there is some interference going on. I actually do think I'm being hacked by the. No, I think I am actually being hacked by the state in my country because I've been very vocal lately. There's been incidents in Ireland, and I've been very vocal, and I've noticed the internet is active. So I think I am being monitored, to be quite honest with you. But fuck yous anyway. But listen,
we'll be dead in a week.
We're talking about Doctor Who, so no one.
We'll continue this conversation tomorrow. It's just I want to spend a bit of time with the missus and the dog. Ted's is to go out, and he's lying there beside me. Ted has been all over the place because of the fireworks, but he is better, folks. He's grand. His eye is completely healed, and he's doing very well. Because I know a lot of you have been worried about little Teddy, but he's fine. He's fine. So, before we wrap up, because I am wrapping up, if anybody has any final thoughts on this stream, because we will continue this conversation over the week, because there's still plenty to talk about, and I'm pretty sure there'll be more news and more leaks and more stories and theories and all coming out. So if anybody has anything else to add before we wrap up, now is your chance to do so.
We don't want Moffat or anybody else back. We don't want Chibnall back. We don't want anybody else back. We can start again, get a fresh broom, get it sorted out, go back to science fiction based on Doctor Who, not on EastEnders.
Yeah.
I think we should have a classic series producer to come back to kind of overlook it, like Philip Hinchcliffe.
He's a bit old though now, you know. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Could you not bring Philip back as an?
No. Like I said, I love Philip Hinchcliffe. He's my favorite producer of Doctor of all time. But no, you've got to move it forwards. And the thing is that he did some great Big Finish audios to start with, but his latter stuff was not great. He's not a writer. He might be a good producer, but I think he would be good to bring him on as an advisor or as a co-producer, but not an executive producer. Right. So I think you just need fresh blood. Tender it out. Do look further afield. Do not keep it inverted commas in house. by offering to the same tired fuckers we've had for the last 20 years. I don't want to see any of those people involved. Thank you for bringing it, I say bringing it back, or bringing in whatever this version of Doctor Who is, but it's not real Doctor Who to me. And that's to me. So I don't want to hear anything.
Well,
but I will say you need to look further afield. Even if they're American, I don't care at this point. I think
I
they have
agree
a
with
better
you.
understanding of our culture than we do currently, and that's sad to say. But I will say you just need fresh blood. Don't bring people back. Move it forward. Big mistake.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I let you have the last word, because obviously you started all this back on January the 3rd. And if anybody wants to go back to that stream, just go back and look for the stream that I did on January the 3rd, where Lee announced that Disney Plus was out and RTD was out. I still do believe, though, even though they have announced that RTD is doing the Christmas special in 2026, that he is out, and Lee is correct on that as well. And it's only a matter of time before that news is actually released. The most telling thing is, though, is that RTD hasn't made any comments so far on his Instagram account in relation to any of this news. So that's very telling for me. Jane actually saying, Lindsay Scott actually saying that we're delighted to announce that RTD is coming back to do the Christmas special for us, actually indicates that they brought him back, and that meant that he was already gone. So, look, as I said, there'll be plenty on this over the week. We keep an eye on it. I just want to thank Lee especially, because, you know, he did put his neck on the line, even though he didn't react to any of the grief and abuse that he was receiving off a certain individual out there. You know, Lee always maintained, you know, that he was right, and he was. And I just want to say fair play to Lee, and thank you for coming on to my channel, especially to break the news on my channel. You didn't have to do that, but you did, and I appreciate that it was this channel that you decided to come on to break the news. So I really appreciate that, mate, and congratulations is in order. So well done. So before we leave,
I wasn't right, but here we are. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
it could be right. We could be in 2028, and, you know, Christian could resurrect the ghosts of Pip and Jane Baker, and then the three of them can write Doctor Who together.
oh, for God's sake. Anyway,
It would be good.
no, I will let everybody, if they want to. I know nobody's been really busy, but if you just want to plug use our social medias or whatever else, you are more than welcome to do that. I'll start with Lee, because Lee will probably say he doesn't want to promote anything, so we'll just say, Lee, is there anything you want to promote this time?
Just go to Drawing Jack Rabbit's channel. He's always got some great stuff on there. So.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, go on. And I will have Jack on sometime. Jack is just busy at the moment. We have had a chat, and we hope to get Jack on as soon as possible. And as I'm back streaming again anyway, that will happen. So thank you for that, Lee. Cinnamon, what have you got going on in your world?
I'm trying to stay productive. Won't bore everyone, drag it down, but it's been challenging. It's been probably the most difficult year of my life. Trying to be productive, trying to remember what is good about the world and things like that.
I hear you.
Trying to stay more productive, like I say. So I've got a few things, like I say, I've finished doing a few of the Star Wars stuff on the channel at the minute, but I've got, that's it actually. I've got a little video I need to do for PD, because he sent me a little care package recently. So I owe him a video, and I think you might know, because he was saying he did something for him similar back in the day. So
and on that note, we should also wish PD Rich well, because he's in hospital currently.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
hope you're doing well there, buddy.
he's got a big.
I'm gonna give him a ring tonight. He gave me his phone number, so I'm gonna literally give him a shout tonight if he can answer. I'll send him a message first, just to see if he can.
I've never tried Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and he sent me 2 boxes of it to try for the first time.
All right, deadly. Also, I want to give a shout out to Lindsay, because Lindsay is in the chat there. Lindsay had pneumonia and is only had to getting over that, so she's had to be in the chat there. So, as I said, glad to see that Lindsay is also on the mend as well. A lot of people that we know have been very sick this year. This year has been a bad year for everybody. I think I can safely fucking say that this has been my worst year. So look, onwards and upwards and onwards, as they say, or onwards and upwards. I don't know.
Sideways and
but look, the bottom line
going in some direction.
is it can only go, things can only get fucking better. Super Doctor, have you got the plug?
I've got a YouTube under Real Super Doctor.
Fantastic. Go and check him out, by the way. And I hope to get John on soon to do a few more movie watch-alongs as we used to do back in the day, because myself and John do movies. It'd only be the two of us, and Chris Persia would be in the chat. We haven't seen Chris in a while either. I want to wish Chris the best.
What was it? The Beverly Hills Cop one we did?
Yeah, I think that was the last movie we did, yeah.
I think even I came on for that one. I remember that.
Yeah,
one.
I think Beverly Hills Cop was the last one. Or was it Brewster's Millions? I'm not sure.
Or was it Batteries Not Included?
Oh, could have been that as well. Yeah, we did so many, actually.
I remember that one.
That's what I watched the other night, John.
What did you watch?
Guess what I watched the other night? Have a guess.
Was it Titanic?
Yeah, Raise the Titanic. I watched Raise the Titanic.
Can we say a hallelujah? Tron Legacy is finally available on 4K. Oh,
yeah.
that time.
Yeah. Tron.
And Tron.
Now,
and
I have to be honest, right? I'll probably stick for this, but I actually thought that Tron franchise was shy. Sorry.
I only discovered what it was like 5 minutes ago.
It's not my cup of tea, never has been. Like, my dad loves it. My dad loves the Tron movie, but I never got into that, got to be honest with you. But
the trailer looked good. The whole AI thing and the bikes that were like slicing things in half. I thought that was
I'm not talking about Tron Ares. I'm not even.
We will actually, by the way, our next
version.
Our next stream will cover. There's a bit of AI controversy in the Doctor Who world, and we will be discussing that in the next stream. I don't want to, because we're running out of time here. So, who else have we done? Robert, what have you got on your channel or to plug me?
Well, talking of AI, I've been enjoying watching Garbage Who's output lately. But personally, I've got a video from 2007 coming out on Saturday, which is just, I've been struggling for something to put on my channel, and it's just me visiting a airplane thing in 2007. So it's just low quality video from the time. Just spat that out.
Is that a picture of you when you were younger? No,
that's this picture on my avatar at the moment. It's me in about 1888, last time Doctor Who was struggling. And
geez, you look a bit like Peter, if you don't mind me saying.
What do you mean, lad?
Look, the hairdo. It's actually a compliment, man.
No, I can't do Scottish accents the way you can. But
it's not an insult. It's not an insult. But look,
I've got the eyebrows like he has now, but not in those days. I didn't know. I was a bit pretty in those days. That's the trouble thing. So that was after I had my haircut. I used to have shoulder length hair in 1980. Suddenly.
Oh yeah, little punk rocker.
No, more of a hippie sort of.
More of a putting flowers and guns type.
Not quite. Just sort of.
Well, you can find me here as usual, and I will be back tomorrow, so you can come and join me for that. Usually we do something on Halloween night. I don't know if we'll do something Halloween night this year, but if we do, when we get closer to it,
a few scary things.
We'll probably watch a scare, maybe some. I don't know. I was thinking maybe we might do an episode or a story of Doctor Who that everybody believes is scary, whether it's classic or new Who. We might do something like that. But I don't think I'll do a movie this year. I think we'll do Doctor Who, maybe some of the scary stories. Midnight is a good shout as well.
We better be midnight, otherwise I'll do something.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, thanks everybody that's been watching Cheryl's Murder Walks videos. I have a couple to upload now to watch as well. But it seems that a lot of you are enjoying them. Obviously, as I've explained before, they're not actually places where Cheryl goes where people have been murdered. She did a video one time, right? This is how it came. She did a video, right? She showed me, and I was like, why are you going to all of these places? You'll end up getting murdered or something. And that's where it came from. So the Cheryl's murder walks.
Oh, so she isn't going around killing people and filming it?
No. So
Oh,
she puts up little clips. Like, I'm going to put up a few for you later. So if you want to go and check them out, because 400, 500 people have been watching them at a time, and I really do appreciate that. It's just a little bit of fun. So go check them out, because Cheryl's doing the content. It's not to do with me. It's her content, and we're putting it up on the channel. So go and check it out. They're just a bit of fun, and they're only about 10, 20 seconds. Some of them are 60 seconds. So yeah, that's it from me. Also, there'll be a buy me a coffee link in the link description. If you can support me, please, I would really appreciate it. I know everybody is a bit tight for money this year. I mean, this year has been really bad for everybody, I have to fucking say, financially. But if you can,
I've had to cancel the subscription.
I know, yeah, it's grand. You already explained. Yeah, you explained, and other people had to cancel as well. It's all good, man. As I said, if people can help me out, I'd rather you just help me out through the buy me a coffee, because they take less money than fucking YouTube do. So if you could do that, I really appreciate it. I just said I'd give it a mention anyway. But I will be back here tomorrow. We will be discussing the AI stuff. Dan's channel already brought it up. So if you want to go and check out what it's about, go and check out Type 40. I want to give them a shout out. Yeah, go and check out Jack's channel, and of course Daniel's channel as well. And Garbage has been doing some great little AI videos and songs and stuff like that. And go and support. I know it's not BBC Doctor Who content, but fans, I do believe, will put more heart and soul into their content than BBC are doing right now. So go and check him out as well. And to PD and Lindsay and everybody out there that has been feeling unwell, I just want to say get well soon, and we will talk to you soon. And as I said, I will give PD a message now, because I didn't know, I forgot that he was actually in hospital, because he told us. So I will, because I have his phone number, so I will give him a ring. So I'll leave it there, folks. Thank you for joining us. The big news is that Disney Plus is out. Doctor Who returns with a Christmas special in 2026 with RTD, and we will be back if there's any more news. So for now, we'll say good night, and we'll talk to you for the next one. Have a good one, folks.
Bye.
Ta-ra.
Good night. Good night.
Good morning.